Hello. Thank you, V, and good job. Welcome back. It's like, hopefully you guys can't hear that. Hello. Welcome back to fucking shitty tits, fucking shitty dick tit nipples. What's up? How is everybody? Boss? Yeah. Guagarat Zuparo Gida Bevoir.
That's the Club King. Set your mind on defeating him, Justin.
Leave it to me, but he looks so weak.
Grr. Fucking Jesus Christ. Ow. That hurt me. Sorry everybody. You think they would have fixed that in a fucking Steam remaster? Anyways, a four-headed dragon. Okay. Complaint. This dragon design sucks. Here's why. Guy on the right has one eye. Next guy has two eyes. Next guy also two eyes. Okay, you fucked up already. Next guy, two regular eyes, and then three, presumably five purple eyes. Because there's presumably two on the other side. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes. It's so easy. The guy on the left even looks like he was originally designed to have 3 eyes, and then they added 2 more on the side of him for some reason. Anyway, let's cut off the right dude and take him home with us. Also, the body is colored the same color as the red dude. How come he gets the body? What's so special about him? What did he do?
I take that back. Do not flinch, Justin. If you focus your strength, there's nothing I wasn't looking at the screen. There's no opponent you can't defeat. Go!
Get up on the Hydra's back. What is this music? Serpent. What a cool. Oh, they all have different. Of course they do. Okay, I thought that music from the cutscene was gonna keep playing through the boss battle, and I was gonna be upset. Mid-air cut. Who should I go for? Okay, we have. Hold on. We have bad head, hot head, nice head, mean head. How is that the mean head? Look at him. Oh, maybe it's like a Mean Girls thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can come sit with us at our table. Kind of, you know. That's Regina. That's Regina. Anyway. Nice head. You know what I'm saying? Ayo. Bad head. Been there, done that. Hot head. I guess because of the hottest they get the body color. Who should we go for? Hot gas. Hold on. Hot gas, stun gas, recover. Oh, we're killing the recover guy for sure. You're not healing. Fuck you. Eat my whole entire ass. Oh my god, I forgot that he fucking goes fucking full Sonic the Hedgehog on him. Eating ass, sucking dick. Sucking dick. Eat. Wait, no, it should be. Should have been. The second time I should have said. Eating dick, sucking ass. Fucked it up. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna focus on AoEs because obviously we want to kill everybody. But like, that guy's the main. Restart the stream. Hey guys, welcome back to Grandia. Today we're fighting a dragon. Holy shit!
Here it goes.
Was close. Dragon cut. Hot gas. That's just those are just fireballs. Don't lie to me.
Come, power of the universe.
I forget that he says come. He even, oh my, it even sounds like Billy Zane when he says come. What the fuck? Thanks, V.
Come, Guardian.
Yeah. See, you guys, some of you don't know, I used to exclusively write for like rock and metal. So it is, even though it's not what I do anymore, I would consider it the easiest thing to write for me. Also, excuse me, hold on. You guys see that? I've never seen, hold on. Is that there all the time? What is that thing on the bottom left? I've never noticed that. Let me turn me off. Like, what is that? Is that always there? It's like, it's obviously like a thing that's cut off. Hold on. Let's see if that's still there during like the next attack. Let's just keep going. Oh, it's this. So it was like coming in off the left of the screen, but it like got stuck, or it was like leaving or something. It like got stuck. Like the game, everything paused when I was like selecting my attack. Oh, that's weird. It does that every time, I guess, because it did it the same thing. But why does it move it over there? Yeah, it should move all the way off screen though. That's weird. I mean, it's cool that it moves. It's kind of a neat touch instead of it just like popping out of existence. But like, it feels kind of weird that it's like still like, because like it's not even in like a nice section. Like you see half the boot to represent your speed. It's how do I rotate text in Microsoft? I don't know how to do it. I've never done it. Shockwave. Oh, they're all kind of fucked up except for like the body. But I hope this isn't one of those like I kill a head and two more come out. Honestly, you know, I think about this a lot. I probably have talked about this before too, honestly, but how do you do? Oh my god, their faces fucking broke. What the fuck? It was also a really easy fight. Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna do more flashing white lights. It kind of did it. I was gonna say close your eyes. You're welcome. I thought it was gonna respawn the heads. Yeah, that was weird. That was really easy. Like, cause like I assume if you kill the body it dies, and I assume if you kill all the heads it dies. But like, does it expect you to go for like sometimes the body and sometimes the head? I don't get it. Like genuinely, all I did was just constantly do AoE attacks on it, and it died. And those are like super easy to come by in this game. Justin was right. That guy was weak as fuck. Holy shit. Anyway, like hydras, like how do you, obviously if you do a hydra in D&D you can be like, oh, you don't know what a hydra is, but like it's kind of bullshit, right? You know, like there's a certain level, like I get like the whole like metagame thing and like, oh, don't metagame, but there's a certain point to where it's like I feel like it gets kind of boring if it's like too obvious for the player but something that the character would know. Like there's certain, like it's one thing when like your one character is like, I have intelligence 8, I don't know, I'm just gonna cut the heads off. But I think it's a whole other thing for you to be like, no one in the party knows. You have to sit there cutting the necks until the thing that you all know is gonna happen happens. Because when your dumb barbarian or whatever does it because their players like, I wouldn't know, it's funny. But when the DM goes, you're not allowed to know, it feels kind of like, I don't know, to me it feels kind of like bullshit. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it kind of feels like walking up to an enemy with a big glowy eye, and your DM goes, "No, you wouldn't know that the eye's at a weak point. You don't know that yet." It's like, okay, well, we're gonna figure out sooner or later. Yeah, well, you got to figure it out. Okay, man. I guess we will. I'm just gonna attack it normally then. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a certain point where like you have to like. I feel like it's just more interesting if you like you introduce it in a way where it's like maybe it's got Hydra properties, but we don't know. And maybe, or one thing you could do, I guess, would be like if you had a Hydra, but it knew it's like smart enough. Hold on. Actually, good question. What's the intelligence of a Hydra? Fuck. Get back in your fucking corner. Either Link is a sociopath who always goes for the eyes, or his hero's blood gives him some sort of intuition. Yeah, it is interesting how video games are built in that like we just expect you to know certain things kind of way, right? Hydra. Let's see. The intelligence of a Hydra is 2. That's about what I figured. I think the manual lists like 3 as being like the bare minimum to understand human speech. Okay, fair enough. So it's not very smart, but you could I think you could like do it anyway, where like the Hydra knows, because like, you know, like lizards instinctively know to like pop the tail off, right? It's like, what if the Hydra knows like instinctively like, oh, I don't care if I lose a head, I'll just get 2 more. So I use my neck. Like evolution wise, they evolved so that the Hydras that use their neck to block attacks from predators and enemies and stuff lived longer and they reproduced more. So like you could have that could be something where it's like, oh, if you miss, because what I do in my campaign is I have grazing blow, where if you go slightly under their AC, you still hit, but you do half damage. And so for the Hydra, you can instead do something like, instead of doing half damage, you do full damage, but you do full damage to the neck. And you, the player, are like, oh shit. That's bad. That's bad that I did damage to the neck, because if I keep doing that, we're just gonna have more fucking heads to deal with, because Hydras get more attacks, but they got more heads.
Hey Gadwin, it says something, but I have no idea what it means.
The stone tablet reads, "Who do you think you are? You were sucking dick for a foreign car. Gotta take that call. They want you to work, so girl, go do your job. We all have regrets sometimes. We wish to go back in time. That's a lot of guys. Or no, that's a lot of lies. That's a lot of guys. Don't you wish you changed your past? Because it's so bad. Don't you wish you changed your past? Because it's so bad. Mia Khalifa. Is that why you tried to quit 3 times? Is that why you said goodbye 3 times? Is that why you said, fuck these guys? He who wishes to change destiny, choose either the mirror of the moon or the mirror of the stars. One leads to the future, the other to the land of death.
Does that mean if you select the wrong mirror, you're going to die? Did you know that from the start, Gadwin? Could have slipped the future and past rap from SpongeBob in there and it would have worked. I don't know it. Sadly. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know it.
Gadwin's one man. He said that he couldn't say Dwight. I almost said Dwight. Like from The Office. I love that show. Maybe this is what he meant.
Don't worry, Justin. I won't let you die. I'll go into the mirror first.
Wait a minute, Gadwin, but what if you choose the wrong road?
In that case, Justin, you go into the other mirror. It is certain to lead to the future.
You fool, Gadwin. I don't want to hear that. That would mean that you had died. You're kidding, Gadwin. Did you intend to do this from the very beginning?
You were just passing through as a traveler, and you decided to help save our village. Your gallantry moves me. It totally could be. They could totally just put that in here instead. And it wouldn't. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I can do that. I can do that. I feel like I can. I know I looked up the theme once to listen to it. If I can't. Is it just the theme? I can actually. I think it's different, right? Am I just stupid? Okay, hold on. My name is Nobody. Gang theme. Main theme. Is this it? I actually don't remember. It's been a minute. Oh. Oh, okay, cool. I got it. All right. Don't make such a face. If I die, it would be up to you, Justin, to save Dite. Even if a man has to lay down his life, he must carry through. Gadwin, surely you will return. We are praying for the protection of the spirits. My name is Gadwin, Stone Tablet of the Trial. I will now follow the... choose the Mirror of the Moon. Open up Mirror of the Moon. Farewell, Justin. Gadwin, who do you think you are? You are sucking dick for a foreign car. Gotta take that call. What happened, Gadwin? This won't work. This mirror is too small for me. I can't get in. Come on, Gadwin. I was so moved by your sincerity. This is no laughing matter, Justin. Now you have to go. That's what the Stone Tablet of the Trial says. You must take this road. I understand, Gadwin. Cool. So I have to take... What if I pick the wrong one? Just you, your gun, and 300 of the nastiest purebred sons of guns there are. You'll be a legend. Is Gadwin Jack Beauregard? Justin's nobody. Justin fucking standing in the river with a fucking log over his head, ready to fucking smack the shit out of the next fish that comes by. I can see it, honestly. Alright. Puffily noodling catfish in a river. Oh yeah, that's fair. Alright, the song's about to end, so I'm just gonna wait for it to stop and turn the actual music back on. Beautiful. Alright, anyway.
This is the Mirror of the Moon. It's the one that Gadwin attempted to enter. It's the Mirror of the Stars. Which path am I supposed to take?
This is Jupiter. That's a thing. What is that? Is that... Wait. Which... fuck, Saturn. That's Jupiter. I'm stupid. I don't know the planets. What do I look like, a geologist? What is this supposed to be? Why is there only Saturn and Jupiter? And these things? What is that supposed to be? Mars? Anyway, what do you... I don't know. Fucking... moon, stars, I don't care. Yeah, go in. Why can't I go in? Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I thought I was just supposed to like walk through. I'm going with the moon. I don't know. The moon's cool.
Open Mirror of the Moon.
Stop, Justin.
Why did you do that, Fina?
Justin, that's not heroic. It's foolish, both of you. Justin, why must you put your life on the line to rescue the people of Dite? If you die, your adventures will end. Is that what you want?
What are you saying, Fina? I have to go, or the people of Dite will all die. You saying that's okay?
Yeah. I will go. I will enter the mirror, so you can all wait here, Justin.
Talking crazy! We wouldn't have you do such a dangerous thing, Fina.
No. This is where an adventurer's experience and intuition come in. So Justin, please, let me go.
I've got it, Fina. If that's so, choose for me, Fina. I believe in you. The mirror you choose has got to be the right mirror.
Justin.
And I ask the same, Fina. Show us the way.
That's not your name. That's not your name. My name is Justin. Stone tablet of the trial, I will now follow the lead of the spirits. It's no good, I cannot choose. If I'm wrong, I...
Fina. It's alright. I believe in Fina's experience and intuition as an adventurer. No, more than anything, I believe in Fina. So stand up, Fina.
Stone tablet of the trial, I will now follow the lead of the spirits. I choose the mirror of the stars. Open the mirror of the star. Oh, did I pick the wrong one? Oops. Haha. Tee hee hee. Bonks self on head. Sticks tongue out. Tilts head slightly to the right. Justin. Tee hee. Yeah, there you go. Justin, you just have to come back.
Of course. Well then, Gadwin, take care of Fina and Sue.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Ooh.
Rest assured, everything in Dwight depends on you, Justin.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend? I bet he doesn't kiss ya.
Ah, fuck, that was really scary. I almost fucking pissed myself.
Once again, the road that Fina chose for me is the right one. Thank you, Fina. You gonna find another girl and he won't miss ya. He gonna skirt and hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa.
Thank you, Omni Vespa. Oh, that's way off. Thank you anyway for bonking the shit out of me. You fucking crushed me. I'm dead. Why is it so off? Oh, I know why. It's because everything else got fucking moved too. Thank you for following though. I'm going to just move that there, and I'm just going to hope that that's correct. We're going to do... That's fine. Mwah. I'm fucking dead, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
This is it. This is the spear. Here goes.
Oh, you're also a fairy. Cool. Welcome, welcome. Soon the fairies shall rule the world. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
What's this? What's happened? Oh no, the place is collapsing. I need to get out of here quickly. You play with the balls like it's FIFA. Oh, fuck.
Oh, thank you. It was made by Ringo. I think I can shout Ringo out. Oh, actually, yeah. Fuck. Go, go, go. You can't beat me, V.
No. What is this light?
Ringo also made my emotes. Ringo's great.
Now, supposing that this enchanted tower collapsed, Justin successfully pulled out the Spear of Heroes. He is all the more a true hero.
It doesn't matter. Justin, what happened to Justin? Eek!
This isn't working. Only a few hours remain until the tower collapsed.
Only a few hours? What the fuck are you talking about? This shit looks like it's gonna come down like right now.
Mina and Sue, you go out first. I will wait here until Justin returns.
No way. I'll wait here. I won't leave Justin. Justin! Justin! Nina, get a grip. Surely Justin is alright.
I will stay. I made a promise to Justin. The two of us are in this together. It's inevitable.
What are you doing, Gadwin? Let go. Justin!
Bow.
Holy shit, go. Run. Oh my god, there's a Beyblade on top? What the fuck? Let it rip. I just saw a TikTok about the competitive Beyblade earlier, actually. Oh no, the tower is collapsing. Justin! Touch something other than the lamp. Oh my god, this is a cool thing. Anyway, so because apparently new Beyblades fucking explode when they lose. So to stop people from getting just like killed by them when they explode, they have like a wall around it now instead of the Beyblades getting shot out. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Omni. Mwah. So they have a wall, and they have like little things in them that the Beyblades can fall into instead of getting shot out of the ring. But sometimes they'll hit the wall in that section and bounce back in. So apparently it like the meta now heavily favors like stamina and defensive types. And I don't know, it was just kind of funny. I was like, I never expected to see like competitive Beyblade drama on my fucking For You page. Anyway. Justin, can't believe he's actually dead.
The wretched tower is left together with the light. Oh, Justin, have you left us too? Why did you have to die? If I didn't have to take these two back, I would kill myself.
Oh my god, chill out. Justin's not dead, you silly Gadwin. Oh my god. Fucking nice. Nice stock sound effect. Justin.
What's happening?
Justin? What?
You're the leader.
Oh. Justin!
Used to work at Whataburger.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Oh my god, his voice is just the voice I gave him.
Are you kidding? I'm just fine.
Wow!
That's right, guys. I'm actually the voice
That's
actor.
right. You're just the man I knew.
What's
you
his
to
name?
be.
Really? Come on,
I don't remember his
Gadwin.
name. Gadwin, that's
make me
it.
get
Yeah, I knew that.
Justin.
Fina, how about
Wow.
that? I did it. Aren't you impressed?
I love late 90s, early 2000s voice acting in video games. Yeah.
What? What the heck was that for? Uh-oh.
Justin. You fool. Look at me. I'm crying. You have no idea how worried I was.
Fina.
Promise me, Justin.
Look at me. I'm crying.
Promise that you'll never, ever worry me like that again.
It's like I get it. It's
I'm
sad.
sorry.
It's a nice moment, but it was
promise
it was a funny
I'll
choice
never
of
make you
words.
cry again. I swear.
Justin, you had me really, really worried.
That was definitely like that was reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts 2 when they're on the train and Sora goes, you know,
It stopped.
I'm sad.
Look, everyone! Over there! It's a rainbow!
Oh. Double rainbow. Can't see the rainbow. Am I supposed to go to the rainbow? Wait. Okay. Where's the rainbow? Where's the... Oh, and then now there's enemies. Where's the rainbow? I want to see the rainbow. This is bullshit. Now I gotta walk all the way back. Oh, you motherfuckers. Grandia owes to a rainbow. Mold. Oh, you're birds. I never noticed you were called mold birds.
Oh, flame burner!
Here goes.
Well, that was silly. Anyway, Get that out of here. What was I saying? I forget. Oh, I don't know. It's very entertaining. The like back when most of the voice actors for games were people who were like already working in the office. I don't know where I'm going. I hope I'm going the right way. The way they like freak out and turn red reminds me of, I don't know how many of you have seen it, but that one creepypasta, the Godzilla one. Here we go. I wish it didn't pause when I clicked out, because I want to go, whatever. Who cares? I didn't mean to open up MooBot. Stop! Cease! Godzilla creepypasta. Images. This fucking red thing. Save image as red. Phoenix setting up for the sickest T-pose ever. Oh my god, she looks like glitched the hell out. Add image, I don't care. Browse, documents, red, where are you at? There you are. This guy. It just makes me think of this guy. I don't know why. Anyway. We're gonna put him in the corner. Like Creatura.
Pretty easy.
I wish I could set it to like that little PNG I put over there to like slowly move. Like every minute it moves 1 pixel to the right, so like by the end of the screen, or by the end of the stream, it's like slowly moved its way off the screen. I would do that if the game didn't pause every time I clicked out, because it would be really obvious that I was doing that. Yeah, no. Did the game? I feel like the game got louder at some point. I don't know if that's just me. Earth cracks in half. Yeah, basically. Ow. What's that fucking stock punch sound? For poison damage. How do I get out of here?
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Also, I feel like all the like best, most interesting creepypastas had like all had the same issue of this is
Power of the universe.
come
Dragon King Slice.
where they would like be interesting
You're no
for a
match
minute,
me.
and then they would suddenly like, but they would go on way too long, and they'd start adding way too many dumb details. So it would just get really silly, and it'd be hard to take it seriously. Oh, I did it. Like, honestly, Slenderman's a good one, I think, because, like, Slenderman was scary when it was, like, 3 images someone posted on something awful, and then those got circulated around the internet. But, like, the second they started adding lore, he's just like a dude now. A very dapper, handsome fellow. And then the walls oozed green slime. Wait, they always do that. Basically, yeah. That episode actually sums up my feelings on creepypastas and horror stuff in general. In that, like, when you describe the thing to me for like 20 minutes, I stopped being scared of it. Because there is Psychosis, which I talked about how I hate the ending because it ruins it. Because it's so cool. It's so cool. It would have been so cool if it ended with him opening the, like, I'm gonna go open the door now, and that's how the story ends. Because like you don't get like You don't know if he was just crazy or not. And then there's the Godzilla thing, which was like one of the more interesting video game creepypastas, but then they start introducing a thing about how the game's possessed by his dead girlfriend and stuff. And that's dumb. If I remember right, the story starts off with him being like, because like it's that thing. So it's like a pixelated. It's like pixelated. It's obviously too detailed to be in there, but it's like one of those things where like if I feel like when you're younger, it would be like a believable thing. You wouldn't pick up on that. Where am I going? I'm so lost. I'm always lost when I'm talking about. I never know where I'm going. In life in general, honestly. TBH. The fuck is that sound? Why are the fish moving? Anyway, I don't know. I think that's just like a common issue in horror in general. Actually, I'm gonna go to the end because I think we can save here. Yeah. Actually, I think we can recover. I don't know if it's worth it. I think we should just save. Doubt we're gonna get into a fight right away. I don't know. I think the more you know about the scary thing, the less scary it is to me. This is the weapon store. Okay, we need to find the... There it is. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Maybe we do need to go to the clinic. Why did the guy's girlfriend pick Godzilla? That's a basic B monster. Go for something like Ghidorah. Well, she's not possessing Godzilla. I think she is, if I remember right, she is causing the red thing there to happen. It was like one of those like my girlfriend died in a car crash stories. Also, it's like 15 chapters when it should have been like, honestly should have been one, if I'm being totally honest. I feel like the second you start making separate chapters for your creepypasta, it's too long. That's fair. I don't know. They're kind of lame in my opinion. But I'm not a big horror buff anyway. I'm usually pretty quick to like point at a horror thing and say that it's dumb. So I'm really not the go-to person on that stuff. I wish I could zoom out more. I get lost so easily in some of these towns. I don't know where the fucking village elder is. I assume that's who I'm supposed to go talk to. Wait, can I go up this? Oh, I can. The fuck? Oh, there's nothing up here. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to be scared of Jeff the Killer when you've seen like a million people on Tumblr drawing shipping fan art. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna check something. Items. Hero Spear. I do have it. I actually have it, but I can't use it, can I? Nope. Can anyone? I don't think so. Nope. The beginning of the universe is created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. So true. Should I just leave? Am I like not... I thought that I was supposed to talk to the village elder. Like nobody has said like, go here. They were like, there's a rainbow, and there wasn't a rainbow. That's about it. We should pull up a walkthrough. They're all waiting for you down by the dragon's nest. Okay, thank you. Never mind. Like over here? Or wait, where is this the dragon's nest? Like over where Gadwin's house is? I actually have no idea. So like one of those things where like to make it more immersive, they like quote, they refer to things by their in-world names, but I don't know what the in-world, I don't know what that means. You must approach the pillar of the 14 saints, but then it's just like some random generic looking pillar. Can I even go anywhere over here? I feel like this probably isn't the right way to go. Probably something in town that I'm supposed to go interact with. That's a house. Let's follow the road. The road's gotta lead to the thing, right? Oh, there's a bunch of people over here. Oh wait, are you the village elder? Cool. I feel like they should have made him stand down more.
Oh, you returned, Gadwin. When the rain stopped, I knew you must have succeeded. Now, Gadwin, it's time to thrust that spear into the dragon's nest.
That's a euphemism if I've ever heard one.
No, I'm afraid that is not for me to do. Listen, people of the Flying Dragon, the dark clouds are banished by the arrival of a hero, as in the legend.
Become the spear that will pierce the heavens. Oh, I will. Thank you. I don't have anything funny to say. I'm just gonna do it. I think this is like when like this is like if the valedictorian is like up on stage and they're like, "Hey guys, good job. Peace out." But I feel like the reason that every valedictorian speech is like 10 minutes long is because you don't get to be valedictorian without being someone who would also jump at the chance to write a 10-minute speech in front of everybody and read it in front of everybody.
This hero's name is Justin.
And Fina steps forward. That's right, I'm Justin.
An adventurer who has come from afar. Let us all praise his name. What? This kid did all that? That boy's now a hero?
Enter stage, thumbs up, exit stage. Exact. That's what I would have done. But I also never would have put in the effort to be valedictorian anyway. In fact, I failed my speech class. So, yeah. It wasn't even because I was bad at it. I just didn't do any of the, I just didn't do this. I just refused to like do the homework and write my speeches. If it wasn't a speech where it was like, write it in class and we're gonna fucking do the speech at the end of class, then I didn't do it. Because I'm lazy. And that's why I'm here. Being a funny man. Moth. Fairy. Thing. Woman. It. They.
Elder, I told you at the beginning, there's no reason to scorn him. Scorn.
I can't even do it. Hold on. This has been the look things up to play stream. There you go.
Him because of his young age. Well, to the hero, Justin. To the dragon's nest with the spear. Only you have what it takes to do it. I guess I thrust the spear here. Okay, I'm ready.
That was a very Kirby. That's fair. I did it. Imagine if that was the end of the game. Okay, what happened?
Justin, thanks to you, this village has been saved.
I don't know if I feel like I'm not gonna like whatever's in this. Eagle Crash? Okay, I do like this. Never mind, I take it back. Why is there a bald eagle here? Oh my god. Oh, USA. And then it immediately dies. Okay, well that's good. Then it was fine.
Knock it off, Gad, when you're making me blush. You know I didn't do it alone.
But Justin, I didn't do anything. Really, it was you who did everything this time. I want you to accept this, Justin. It is a fitting gift for a brave hero, for the retriever of the spear.
In that case, I'll ask Fina to accept this armband.
Huh? Korok seed. Ahaha! You found me!
If Fina hadn't chosen that mirror, I probably would have been killed.
I mean, that's true. I picked the wrong one. I wonder if that's always the case. Like, if you pick the whatever one you pick, it's always the opposite. I'd have to ask Dawn. I think Dawn might be streaming.
I mean, I just entered the mirror. It was Fina who showed me the way.
Justin. Would you look at that? Another JRPG wherein two white cis straight heterosexuals fall in love over the course of the story, becoming the main B plot, if you will. Just like we talked about, well, I talked about with Just Friends the other day, about how I couldn't think of any JRPG except I don't know, actually I haven't played the original Final Fantasy all the way through, but I can't. That and Tales of Berseria are the only ones I can think of that don't have that B plot. And that's just because in Tales of Berseria everyone's in love with Magilu anyway, so
It is as Justin says it was.
So the armband is Fina's now. Well, okay, thank you.
Looks great on you, Fina.
Thanks, Justin. Justin got that Riz though.
So, brave hero Justin, what are your plans now?
My plans? Well, of course, I'm going to go look for Angelo. Some big ruins lie to the south. You told me about them earlier.
Justin, I'm sure you've kept Liette waiting by dwaddling. I thought it was dawdling. Is that just a typo, or have I been saying it wrong? Around in all these affairs.
Around here, they call those ruins the Twin Towers.
I feel like we should have changed that in like the update. I'm just, you know.
I'll show you the way there. South of Dwight, over the Lava Mountains, is Gumbo Village. From there, it's a boat ride to the ruins.
What? A boat trip? Sounds kind of hairy.
You must sail over a sea of hair.
That's gross. It's like when you have to pull hair out of the drain, except that's it. There's nothing but hair. I feel like that's probably happened in Grudge. Like somebody was taking a bath and they opened their eyes and suddenly all the water was hair. Isn't that like a thing? I've never seen the grudge actually, now that I think about it. But isn't that the thing where like a bunch of like dark hair? What the fuck is a fat bird? Giant gross things. Oh, like an iceberg, but like it's a bunch of like random stuff. Just like blocking sewers. Wait, I should go. I should go recover and save. Hello. Some of the option to rest isn't even I want to rest here. It's what? No food? Like, how ungrateful. Alright. Now we can go. Oh, hello. There's a lot of people here. That doesn't help me at all. Everything's blank and empty. It's so big because the cities down don't keep track of them until they completely block them. That's not very good. They should keep up with those more. Blue kite.
Take this.
That's fair. That's a fair enough name, I guess. They're bird things. They're like bird manta rays.
Here goes.
Those weird like rolly tentacle things almost kind of feel like something you'd see in Code Lyoko. Reservoirs? What is that? I don't know what that is either. Is that like something that clogs up your arteries?
You're no match for me.
Cleaves the earth in twain. Ha ha ha. You're no match for me. Hello. Jeff Bezos. Ha 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 ha. Got him. Collection of inedible stuff that stays in your gut. It's mainly a problem for people who eat stuff they shouldn't consistently. I see. Like food that's bad for you, or like
Pretty easy.
isn't there a name? There's a name for that, right? Like people who like or like an uncontrollable urge to like chew on their hair or something. Pika, maybe. I think it's something like that, yeah. You need to swap to wait, you're using a sword. Never mind, I don't. No. Whoa. North Llama Mountain. So we're getting to the snow area. Whoa. Wow. That's closer.
Here goes.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hell, wow.
Strike through. Pretty easy.
Oh shit, that's not snow, that's a fucking pit. I thought it was like snowy mountaintop thingies. What does that do? Lock the nah. It's not even a bad item, I just know I'm not gonna think to use it in boss fights later. Hello, oh you fucker. How rude.
Megan.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
You just got ambushed, you boobs.
Not bad, eh?
I don't even know if Drake... Has anyone watched Drake and Josh recently? Does anyone know if it holds up? I'm curious about that.
There aren't any monsters here, and we have good...
Okay. I saw something on the edge of the screen when we got here, right before I read there aren't any monsters here, and I didn't realize it was just like a random PNG of a bird floating around. So I was waiting for it to come back on screen so I could feel like there's a monster right there, but I guess it's not a monster.
And we have good visibility. Let's camp here today.
I agree with Godwin, I'm so tired.
Now then, let's have Justin and Fina get us something to eat. Sue, will you help me out here?
Sure, that's great. What's up, the tent? Let's do it, Puffy.
Puff, puff, puff.
Birds do not equal monsters. The game is blatantly lying to us. It's true. These birds are definitely going to attack us. Naturally, after going beyond the end of the world, from here on we'll be traveling to lands not on the map. I didn't notice it until Justin said it, but this truly is an adventure.
That's right. I'm glad you feel the same, Fina.
Not if Puffy gets them first. So true. I wonder what awaits us in this village of Gumbo. It should be fun from here. Also, I saw a TikTok of like, I guess some guy was getting his girlfriend to watch One Piece. They were like arguing because Soga King popped up, and he kept being like, "It's not Usopp. It's a totally new person. Why would they be the same person if Soga King gets his own theme song? He's from Sniper Island." He was getting really mad, but like the part that got me was when she was like, "Usopp sucks," and I was like, "Oh, fuck you! How dare you? How dare you even fucking say something like that? Get her out of here. Get her out of my face." Whenever I'm full, I feel tired all at once. Telling someone Roxas and Sora aren't related. I mean, yeah. No, he's like the new protagonist. It's like it's totally different. Like, yeah, he's just like the new guy. Like, cause you know, like Sora's sleeping for a year, so they had to have like a new protag while Sora's asleep. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Mina, no matter what you cook, it's always so delicious. Puffy puff. It's only got a week till summer is over. Look at him go. Yeah. I'm sure after summer ends, he'll have a fun time at school. Can you imagine how much of like a fucking power move that would have been if Kingdom Hearts 2 had just been like a visual novel or like a Persona type game, even where like you actually have to go, you actually just experience Roxas's year at school. Actually, it being like Persona type game actually could have been interesting. I doubt it was ever on the table, but like, what if, you know? The visual novel for the first 20 hours and like the full rest of Kingdom Hearts 2. That's fair. A lot of cutscenes in those their Kingdom Hearts games. You know what's also a visual novel is the fight against Riku. Your first time playing the game, because you die 14 times and have to watch. You're on the PS2, which doesn't have skippable cutscenes, and you have to watch that like 8-minute long cutscene every time. Bet Roxas writes the S in his name as a cool S. I wouldn't be surprised. I bet he like makes the X capital too, because it's like right in the middle, so it like looks cool. Like he has lowercase r, O, capital X, A, The cool S at the end. Or maybe no, because the cool S would be big. So it's like capital R, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase a, cool S. There you go. That's how it would look. Gumbo is a warm village facing the sea. No reason we see Soros sign his name and the S is the cool S. Ah! Holy shit. That's crazy. I wonder how many people like genuinely like played Kingdom Hearts and like immediately saw Roxas's name and went, that's just Sora's name mixed around with an X added in. Because I'm sure somebody had to like immediately pick up on that, right? Like there's going to be that one person at least. Because I didn't. I didn't even get that, like, because like I knew about Kingdom Hearts 2 as a kid, but I didn't play it all the way through or anything. So like I didn't even get that I didn't get that until like I did my first actual playthrough when I was like 19, even though I had known who Sora and Roxas were for like fucking years. There's a Gumbo festival. I'm just gonna kind of go through this. I hope it's like the festival in Majora's Mask. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 fan stuff was wild, and people theorized that Axel's real name was Ale. I mean, to be fair, Lee spelled L-E-A is kind of weird. So. These mountains that spew deadly poison gas. Oh boy, a poison swamp area. My favorite. I have to seek out a boatman. Okay, I'm done. I don't like a fancy room. Just toss a torch and watch the poison swamp disappear. Yeah. Sorry, Colonel. The forces stationed in New Palm do not report having discovered Justin. No reports, you say? Drat! Where did he disappear to? Have them continue searching New Palm. At the end of the world, there is only one place for him to return. Walking over the wall is impossible. He still doesn't know. Does he still not know I'm past the wall? Send the reports directly to me without going through General Ball. Did we tell him of the Spirit Stone? We have yet to obtain the Spirit Stone without results. Do you think Father'd be happy to hear just a status report? Don't they have exactly? They can fly over the wall. I assumed. Wait, like I know that they think we can't walk the wall, even though we did. But like they could check the wall with their planes. There's no way their planes can't get over the wall, right? Like, I don't know. If we can climb up there, they can fly over it. Start the operation now. There are still mysteries for us to solve. The mysteries of the Icarians. So wait, so they haven't been over the wall. Wait, no, because like the people on the other side of the wall they've never seen anyone come over. How did they not just fly over the wall? How about I do anyway? Yeah. So, do we head east? Yes, to the ruins. Move up the final inspection of our ship, the Lion Lot. Clean. We'll be on forced march, starting again tomorrow. Rest up a little tonight. Yes, sir. Thank you. There you go. I was about to complain. I was like, this game's music doesn't have enough kooky little drum fills, and they immediately did one right before I could say anything. Not Jungle Japes. MP3. Bam, 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 bam. Wait. How do I make it go? Oh, okay. Such a good song. Somebody compared Hidden Meadows, the song, this starting soon song, to like on par with like Donkey Kong Country music, and I was like, holy fuck. Probably the best compliment I've ever gotten about my music. This is annoying. I don't like that I have to like go. Advance. Am I doing it wrong? Maybe I am. I don't know. What the fuck is that? Oh, I saw like a red thing. I didn't see the Oni holding his like red ball, so I just thought it was like a little beetle jumping around. Oh yeah! Orb.
Spicy him too.
You guys remember the everyone was pondering their orbs? That was a silly little time, wasn't it? There's a dung beetle Pokemon. Oh, is there? That's cool. Does it roll a ball around? And is the ball brown? Brown balls in Pokemon.
This'll teach you.
Remember when Mike Matei posted an image online
Pretty easy.
of what we at the time were led to believe was his schlong next to a ruler? That was a time. Alright. I don't like this. One of my not liked Pokemon designs. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard your takes on like bad Pokemon designs actually. But I'm pretty sure you're like the most, you and Bear are probably the most Pokemon savvy people that I know. You I don't like. Spill it. Spill the beans. Spill that tea.
Here goes.
Here goes.
All right, you know what? I'll look up Railor
Pretty
right now. Pokemon Railor. What the fuck? Why does it have? You're right. I don't like its face. Then it evolves to Rapska. See, Rapska's a cool guy. I like Rapska. It totally does. Okay, here. Bam. Here you go. Here's a Railor for anyone who don't know. There you go. Look at that fucker. What do you think? You think you're cool, huh? You think you're better than me? You're not. Anyway, here's Rapska. Here's what it evolves into. Look at that. Look at that. Refined, graceful. Shrugging in the icon. Oh, you have to walk. That's fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I vibe with Railor either. Do you have like a... This motherfucker's chasing me. You have like a all-time least favorite Pokemon?
Oh, flame burner.
I like how mid-swing she's just like, hold on, I'm going to eviscerate these guys.
What a cinch.
Just an You didn't do anything. Something worth of ire. Bow. Uh-oh. Is it supposed to do that? I don't think it was supposed to do that. Is this? I don't even care. Die. I can't really think of one off the top of my head that I just outright hate. Like, I feel like Railor is one of those, like, I would see it and I'd go, something about you I don't much care for. But I don't, like, hate it.
Pretty easy.
I actually consider Pichu and Pikachu to be pretty mid-tiered, even though Raichu's my favorite, but I just think that Raichu's got such a more interesting design compared to those two. Especially like old school chubby Raichu. The longest time Simisear. I don't even, do I know that one? Simisear. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's fair. He's just kind of like a fire monkey. It's not really interesting. I actually think that that was like, even though, because it's Gen 5, right? I think so. Hold on. Introduced in Gen 5. Yeah, I thought so. I actually think that even though I think Gen 5 got a lot of hate, undeserved hate, I do kind of feel like there aren't any like signs I hate outright in Gen 5, but there are a lot of designs that I look at and I just think they're very plain and in the middle. And like I wouldn't like go out of my way to catch a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon, I feel like. But it also has really good ones too that I would go for, so at least it has those. Oh, hello Sharky. My brother. Oh, thank you, Sharky, for the resub. Mwah. How was your stream? Let me shoot you out. Sharky the villain. Bam. What are you doing? Oh yeah, you're playing Pokemon Night. We were just talking about Pokemon. Specifically, we were just talking about Pokemon that we don't like, actually, or like Pokemon that we're not super fond of. Thank you, Sharky. I haven't seen you forever. I hope you've been doing well. I know you're on hiatus. I hope your hiatus was good, and I hope you're having a good time now that you're back. Also, hello Raiders, welcome. I am Ito. I play a lot of RPGs, and I also play other things sometimes. Like I'm playing Kirby 2 days from now. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, Sharky, and anyone else who wants to join in if you want. Do you have a least favorite Pokemon, or just like one of your least favorite that comes to mind? Also, we're in a sea town. Achoo. Oh, the cold wind breeze. I am sure that they were very pleasant. Red and blue. Oh my god, it's just like Pokemon. Oh yeah, and I'm very handsome and attractive. I think I have my thing set up. You ready for an Ito jump scare? It should work. Sup? I'm like a cryptid. I show up and then immediately leave. Okay, I had to look behind me because I was like, wait, I don't know how clean my room is. I don't know if there's like stuff I don't want people to see out. There's a lot of frogs here. I just noticed. Where's Shumi at? Shumi needs to see these frogs. Gen 1, so my pool to choose from isn't very... Oh, really? Interesting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to scare you, everybody. I didn't mean it. I did. Actually, it was funny. Ha ha ha. Every time he appears, some random structure that counts as a bridge falls with no injury. Yeah, I'm there to warn people. I'm there to save you. That's why I have the red things on my head. They glow in the dark. You can't tell right now, but they glow in the dark. Hello. You have a tail. I just noticed that. Eek, what is with you? Don't get any closer. Oh my god. They feel structural weakness. Yeah. My antenna can pick up on that stuff. Also, on a completely unrelated note, I need the next chapter of Chainsaw Man that's coming out in, it's gonna drop in 9 hours and 38 minutes. I need it. I'm not gonna talk about it because that's obviously well beyond spoilers for anime watchers, but I need it. Also, it's gonna be a new episode of the anime, so yeah. Wait, what episode is this? Oh, this episode is gonna be good. So if you're watching the CSM Chainsaw Man anime, get ready. We're about to get into a good bit. Anyway. Huh?
Whoa, it's an attractive girl.
What?
No, oh no, not a girl. You're a boy, that's right, a boy. A boy, I say. Ha 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 ha.
What was that about?
Hey, Fina, I think he mistook you for a boy. Yikes. Wouldn't that be crazy if, you know, people were androgynous and didn't necessarily conform to gender norms? Ha ha ha.
I hit the wrong thing. I meant to make that my cam. The joke was that I was gonna say that and I was gonna do like hit the cam, but I hit the wrong thing. Fuck. Anyway, attractive girls. Oh no, I can't handle that. Girls are scary. That's why we only have men here. Big men with big muscles. Hand out better this way, yeah. It's probably funnier. Anyway. Oh wait, I gotta get back to...
Don't worry about it, Fina. From the moment I met you, I knew you were a woman.
Hey, that's rude, both of you. That's totally uncalled for. Big, muscly, manly men, yeah. And it's super straight too. All these men working out and getting sweaty and oily together. It's super straight, definitely. Well, I don't understand what it is, but something funny is going on.
Whatever it is, this is very strange. Anyway, it doesn't seem likely that we'll get a boat to the Twin Towers.
Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. You're by a boat. Omega hetero, for sure, definitely. I definitely don't have an LGBT tag. What?
Whoa, whoa, dude. Whoa, don't yell out all of a sudden. Oh, wow. Wow, I still can't forget. I still like Taylor. Uh-oh, I blew it. I let it slip out of my mouth.
Oh my god. He said he likes Taylor. Oh my god. I'm gonna go tell her right now. Are you Taylor? Everyone hides from love, you know. Oh, this... I know exactly what's gonna happen here. This is... I know what this arc is. Oh boy. We all hide our thoughts of love. It's wonderful, this little drama.
Drama, you say? Are you an actress?
That's a good one, but my unfortunate one, I am writing the script for a drama. Okay. Cool. This is a weird place. I have mixed feelings about this.
Young men nowadays are pitiful. They can't date women. But we had a hard time too, persuading, praising, gifts. But I did marry the most beautiful woman in the village, right, Grandma?
Even Grandpa brags about his romance.
It's the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Is this village like a? This village just like a dating sim? Why is? Hold on. Am I looking at this right? Is this just like a? Is this just like a lady on this tent here? With like huge fucking hips. It was time. It was the time. It was the most of times. It was the least of times. Oh, there's nobody in here. What if... Frog! Frog! There's just a big frog, dude. Just a cut out of a frog. Hello, sir. Can I date you? The Monster Prom opening monologues to those games. Oh, what is it? I can't remember. It's been too gosh dang long. Hold on. No, we're leaving. That guy just hit on my, no, we're out of here. Goodbye. I don't like that. But we were young and unafraid, yeah. That's it. Something like that. Naked and afraid. This place reminds me of Sandover Village. Oh, it is kind of, these guys kind of do look very Jak and Daxter-y, actually, now that you say that. Do they have tails in Jak and Daxter? I actually don't remember. I've never actually played it. But Son is doing a very silly face. Also, they really like frogs here. Is this where I get the frog ring? Only the Otso has a tail. I see. Daxter, yeah.
Oh, finally, the honored guests have appeared. Now the festival can get going. Yippee!
I'm just gonna give them all this voice.
What is this? I will come directly to the point. Will you be traveling with that young lady there?
My young lady? Do you mean me?
No, the other young lady.
I was really hoping that he would point to Gadwin and this big armored dude and be like,
that young lady right there. You with the matching armband, you two are a couple, right? Love through good and bad, through suffering.
all right, chat, I'm gonna let you decide. Does Justin go, oh yeah, we're totally dating? Or does he go, no, we're not dating, but Baka? If first person in chat to say, if nobody says anything, I'm just gonna close my eyes. You can't tell I'm closing my eyes, but I am. This can only end in comedy. I agreed. It doesn't matter what we pick. It's gonna be good. All right, I'm going. Oh, is it obvious? Okay, fair enough. I kind of want to go with that too, to be honest. I kind of just want to see if Fina's like, oh yeah, we're dating, or if she's like, Justin, no, what? Because like honestly, if she just goes, yeah, we're dating, I'm gonna kind of I'll give them points for that. Because like, for not making a thing of it, but they're gonna make a thing of it. Let's be honest. The fact that I can even choose to for Justin to not make a thing of it is funny.
Guess right, a bell ringer. So you are a couple. Well then, we should recognize you two as the brave couple.
Wait, just a minute. First of all, Justin and I are not particularly a couple. Man Ray. Mama, 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 mama. I should put if slash when I get a Steam Deck, I should make fucking one of the buttons. I don't know if it's still funny.
Come on, Fina. It seems to make him happy, and besides, there's no harm, right?
Still, what are you saying?
Now, the couple has appeared. Prepare the feast.
Are they gonna sacrifice us? Is that what this is? Is that what this is gonna turn into? Bro.
It is I, the Chief of Gumbo. Ah, yes, the Chief. I believe that was 5 years ago. The volcano, the guardian deity of Gumbo, stopped.
This song doesn't even rhyme, dude. This sucks.
The fire and the volcano died.
Wait, what did he say? I wasn't paying attention to any of the lyrics. Did he say something bad?
Gumbo became cold, waiting for the couple. The couple's cave.
Oh, it was 5 years since the volcano erupted. Oh, that is a big deal. What if I just like left? What if I just left you guys here for like a full 5 minutes to him just strumming the same chord over and over?
When the couple come.
Ah, I hate that he just strums the same chord because like it's so weird to sing like multiple lines to one. Remix it. Hell yeah. Fishing gear theme. When the couple comes, it will warm the legend say there will be a beautiful couple. If there's a couple, we'll have a festival of fun. Anyway. Nice. Okay.
How about it? Do you think everyone had a good time? How about I sing one more song? No, that's alright. Well, you do look tired. Why not take a walk outside and breathe the fresh air? When you want to retire, tell me, and I'll escort you to the guest house.
But we're not a couple. Volcano explodes. I mean, I kind of feel like that's probably going to be a plot point, actually, is that... Oh, this is very pleasant, actually. I like this music. I actually wish that the sound effects were turned off. I mean, I can just look it up, obviously, but it's very nice. I feel like it's going to be a plot point. They're going to have to, like, smoochy smooch later to not kill everybody or something. Okay, so is that why there's, like, blue curtains and red curtains? Like, the blue curtains are, like, man-only places, and red curtains are, like, woman-only? I assume. There's like a whole thing about how like you can't, are they not allowed? No, they can get married because that guy said Froggy is working it. So true. Frog choir. I don't know. They're just kind of weird. What the fuck is that? They're just like supposed to be an effect of the wave. El Coquito. Is that how you say frog? I genuinely have no idea. So. Koki is a... Oh, okay, cool. Ah, the new Pokemon game obviously has a lot of Pokemon I've never heard of. Yes, go on. There's so many, yeah. You can just imagine the challenge of me trying to pronounce all their names. Super endangered in Puerto Rico, but they were super invasive in Hawaii. Just go to Hawaii and like steal them and bring them back to Puerto Rico. You know, Night Fang's the resident Pokemon person. Also, I haven't played a Pokemon game since Moon, and I didn't even beat it, so you know. Gen 2 is where Gen 2 will always be my favorite. Oh, I can't even go over there. Hey, frog. Can I, like... Oh, I can't even go up to the frog. I want to go, like, talk to it. Oh, I can't, like, go up to them. Oh, did you see the Pokemalum? Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. You can just send it on to me on, like, Discord or something if you want. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I don't know if there's... I feel like all there is to talk to about here is, like, people talking about how cool and happy they are in a relationship. I'm not sad. Wait, let me find the hut first. Oh, it's just right here. Didn't offer any large facial scars for the child trainer customization. Huh. That's lame. Very uncool. Anyway, I'm gonna go... Wait for a cool hat. I've heard that the, it isn't, like, super in-depth. Like, it's not as in-depth as people wanted in terms of customization. Which I feel like at this point, they should be really going in on the customization, in my opinion. But anyway, I'll be right back.
Hey, Fina. Thank you, Mr. Tokyo. You're no match for me. 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 You're no match
Hello. We are back. Go on. Hello, I want to take a nappy nap. We want to play some more.
Are you tired? Is that it? Then I'll escort you to the guest house.
Oh boy, the finale. I hope they don't sacrifice Fina and Justin to the volcano. That would be crazy. It is a woman, it's just like a lady. Excuse me. I tried to stop that one, but it fought me. Also, there's a blue lady and a red lady, so maybe I was wrong about... Maybe they're just like red and blue. But like, it feels like in a town that focuses really hard on like on the couples of legend, when blue and red are like the primary colors, it's hard not to like associate that, right? The whole blue for male, but apparently red used to be men. Like when a boy was born, it was like red, and when the girl was born, it was blue. I don't know how true that is. I heard that before. I'm gonna pretend it's real. Fire business. I don't know what that means. Save game. Small tight-knit fishing village for a cult. Oh, a sex cult. Oh no. I like that less. Oh no, there was bananas and carrots on the table. You know what that means.
Well, now, they said that today is the finale of the festival.
Banana. Oh, banana.
What'll they be doing? It should be fun.
Say, Justin, don't you think the reception we're getting is kind of strange? Something's wrong. I have a bad feeling about this.
You're just being oversensitive, Fina. Didn't they say they'd have a finale in the tent? Let's go there.
Boy, I hope we don't walk in and get attacked by... Oops. We can just leave? That's an option? That should be a plot point. Like, you can just leave and, like, it fucks up the whole thing. That would be hilarious. Please don't turn around with a knife and stab me.
Oh, it's the couple. The festival finale is finally here. You ready?
Wasn't Justin literally just saying how he trusts Fina's intuition to do the... That's a good point. Justin hasn't learned anything. Okay, we're ready. Time to not trust my partner. Even though I just said that I would always trust them.
Oh, that's great. Like yesterday, the two of you could sit there.
Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's do it, Fina. You don't want to offend the villagers. What will they do? I'm excited. Attention! The finale of the festival shall begin. Now, certainly you were told that the village is worried about the fire of the volcano going out. Well, the chief did sing it to us in a loud voice. Great, okay. The volcano got that way owing to the fire dragon which appeared at the summit. As told in the village legends, a young couple of a man and a woman are to be offered in sacrifice to the fire dragon. Were you two told this?
Looks at camera. Exactly like that. Huge fan of couple offerings. That's what I want to do on my honeymoon. What? Sacrifice? Who could have seen that coming, huh? That's the gag of the stream. I watched that happen on the stream. Like, it just looks... Maybe it's because my thing's small, but it looks like I'm doing like perfectly still. Like it's just like a PNG that I keep throwing up.
Hold on a minute. We haven't heard any such story. What? Truly?
ISO Web P136. I hate WebPs. I also hate that, like, because you used to be able to like copy a WebP and then paste it into Discord and it would turn it into a PNG. It doesn't do that anymore, and I hate it. I want to be able to like cheat my way out of WebPs. I assume that there's some reason that everything's WebP now. It's probably easier to host, but it's kind of annoying.
What? Truly? Didn't I actually say that to you? This won't do. I tried my best not to forget. I've gotten forgetful lately. Well, now that everything has been said, you two embellished the finale as the brave couple.
The tent just fell down? I'm sorry. There better not... That... Is it... Hey, yo? This fucking song. Wait, what happened? What is this song? You can't... I don't know how well you... It's hard to hear. But it, like... It was like a rap beat, and some dude sounded like he was about to drop a fucking mixtape, and then it turned into Clown Fiesta. And also this water. Why is this water turned up like 40 decibels? Excuse me, brave couple. We were afraid of being a sacrifice. We did not attain the love of lovers. To attain the love of two people, you have to be that brave couple who do not fear death. Hooray! You've shown bravery that will go down in the world history of couples. I will surely be happy with Donda.
Hey, wait just a minute.
That's not what I expected to happen. I thought a cage was gonna pop up around us. Just a minute. Isn't this a bit much, Mr. Chief? Hush about becoming sacrifice. That seems like such a like. That's such like a mild response to your friends getting catapulted into the distance. Like. What? Well, that wasn't very nice.
What?
Puffy. Beep. Yeah, I believe it. Puffy's said some dark things that shouldn't be released to the public.
Can't say defeating a dragon is impossible. Still, it's fine if they are eaten for us.
Is that a problem, I suppose? Yes, it is. Puffy and them gamer words. Oh no. Puffy's inventing new gamer words. This is terrible, Gadwin. We have to chase after those two. I love that they're just in like casual sitting position. It's very anime. Stupid. Oh, I don't know why I gave her the wrong voice. Stupid. That's why I said I had a bad feeling about this. Baka. Whatever will we do now?
Can't be helped. We didn't know.
Really? They were acting too nice? Didn't you think it was strange?
Well, Fina, I was enjoying the banquet. I guess we're opposites.
Is this really the arc we're gonna have right now? Hey Braddock, what's up? Welcome. His icon was upside down. Oh, was it? I didn't even notice. That's cute. Youch. Hit my fanny. That means pussy in Ireland and maybe all of UK. Came with Sharky, but I'm playing Risk of Rain 2. That's fair. No worries.
Fina, are you alright?
Alright, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna come out and say it. This feels really weird because we just had an arc that ended with Justin and Fina agreeing to like fully trust each other's decisions and intuition. And basically agreeing to like just fully trust each other. Having the arc where they don't trust each other and they have a big fight right after that is dumb. Also, I didn't even think about that. The poison swamp and the volcano are the same. Those are literally my two least favorite types of levels. Everyone talks about ice levels, which is fair. Everyone talks about, what is that red monster down there? It's from the Godzilla creepypasta that I don't remember. I don't know if what it's actually called. Is that a kaiju pet? It is our pet. It is I just call them red. Hold on, let me look it up if it has like a name. It's called like I Am Forever. NES Godzilla creepypasta. Yeah, that's it. That's just what it's called. I call them red. Anyway, one, yes, the poison. I hate poison swamps. I hate volcano levels. So I don't like that they're combined together. Secondly, we just had an arc where Justin agreed to trust Fina, and now they're fighting. I feel like this could have those arcs should have been swapped. Sorry, I hit my mic. And this should have come before, because then it would have made that bit feel a lot more like impactful. But I guess this is how we're doing it. I guess. Also, I think last time that I did a speaking of things on screen, poison volcano, yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. I think the last time I did a music stream, I forgot to put Aria on screen. So I will make sure to do that next time. So this is what it's come to. Justin, don't you feel a little bit responsible for this?
Yeah, I know. It's all my fault.
Creepypasta is nice. Yeah, I don't... Wait, the Godzilla one? Yeah. It kind of gets dumb after a while, I think. But I think all creepypasta do when they go on. But that's the boss, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty much. No wonder it felt like my sins were weren't as tangible. Yeah, I'll remember next time.
At any rate, we can't go back now. If we beat that fire dragon, there won't be a problem, right?
Oh sure, change the subject, but I guess you're right. Let's go, Justin. I'm sure the fire dragon's at the summit.
That's the Fina I know. Right on, let's go.
What is this music? Metal frog. We do have a frog ring. Holy shit. This kind of slaps. Ooh. Okay. Get it. Yeah, I think it was. But for some reason it only played for like a second and then it switched to the silly song. Like almost as if it was like wrong and it wasn't supposed to play that. And it like corrected itself. Get it. That's just actual fire. Hot dog. Ha 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 ha.
Here goes!
Burr. Ha ha ha. Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that a fucking fire rod?
Spicy and two!
Burr. Oh, hold on. Why is the icon a sperm? Down in the bottom right, she's fucking dead. Why is it a sperm?
Face slash! That was close.
Rain staff. That is not a rain staff. It's red. It just does water damage and snooze apparently. We only need one, so discard it. Lineage. I don't know what lineage is actually. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Go the other way. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Oh, I see. That is old.
Here goes.
Oh, wind, blow him away.
Alright, cool. I thought she was gonna use fire magic. It's like old school RuneScape and WoW had a baby predating them.
Flash.
They had a baby and the baby traveled back in
All
time.
right, we won.
Pew, pew, pew. FFA, yeah, oh, fucking yeah. I guess you're right. Some love that I like. What's her name? What's her actual name? Because like we called her not evil. They could have probably, but they didn't.
Strike through.
Renoa, I think is her name. The second she walked on screen, I was just immediately like, she's evil.
Blow 'em away.
She's gonna do something evil later. And I was right.
Not bad, eh?
No one trustworthy walks on screen and immediately jokes about hypnotizing the main character, okay? Oh, do I just go this way? This area is actually kind of reminding me of the volcano area from... That's a Pokemon creepypasta, is it? But also can... Oh, Hypno, yeah. Hypno is creepy. This area reminds me of the volcano area from... Oh, what the fuck? What is the point of that? Oh. From Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Whose name I don't remember. The entries for the Hatchram line? Oh boy. Let me look this up. I'll look that up after this cutscene.
Look, Sue, Justin and Fina are over there.
Yes, they are! We finally found them! Hello, Justin! Fina! I love that he does like the Terminator run.
Ah, Gadwin, Sue.
You came here for us. It's only fitting. We can't let you two be sacrificed, can we, Gadwin?
Yes. At any rate, if we defeat the fire dragon at the summit, everything should be resolved.
Great, let's do it. Let's go, everyone.
I'm glad we all just agreed on that. Alright. Boop-a-doo. Hatch. Ina. Oh, here. Okay. Hatina, whichever. Oh, they're 100% female. I didn't know that actually. The villagers want the fire dragon. No, they want the fire dragon dead, but they can't kill it, so they sacrifice couples to it, is what they said. Sword entry for Hatina. Via the protrusion on his head, it senses other creatures' emotions. If you don't have a calm disposition, it will never warm up to you. Shield. If this Pokemon senses a strong emotion, it will run away as fast as it can and prefers areas without people. Scarlet. Because the emotions of others constantly flow into its head, this Pokemon prefers environments where no other creatures live. Violet. It senses the feelings of living creatures. Be careful not to expose it to strong emotions for too long, or it will end up exhausted. Okay, that's not too weird. Didn't mean to open that picture of it. Here, I'll put this on screen. Hatchram. Sword. No matter who you are, if you bring strong emotions near this Pokemon, it will silence you violently. Okay, that went from 0 to 100. Using the braids on its head, it pummels foes to get them to quiet down. One blow from these braids would knock out a professional boxer. It has attack 40 and it's strong enough to knock out a boxer. So that means basically every Pokemon is strong enough to knock out a boxer. To this Pokemon, strong emotions apparently feel like incredibly loud noises, even if the emotions are happy ones. That's only dark in the context of knowing this part. This stuff. This Pokemon, the moment this Pokemon finds someone who's emitting strong emotions, it will pummel them senseless with its braids to silence them. God damn. Okay, that's this one also. Like, let's just be honest. Like, if we're gonna talk about Smash or Pass Pokemon, that's like this is one of those like obvious smashes. I feel like everyone can agree on. Okay, I keep checking for you. I can't see you guys and this at the same time. Okay. It emits psychic power strong enough to cause headaches as a deterrent to the approach of others. If you're too loud around it, you risk being torn apart by the claws on its tentacle. This Pokemon is also known as the Forest Witch. This Pokemon can read the emotions of creatures over 30 miles away. The minute it senses hostility, it goes on the attack. Beams like lightning shoot down from its tentacles. It's known as to some as the Raging Goddess. What the fuck? Hatterene knocks out those that intrude in its home forest by blasting them with a beam, then slashing with claws enhanced by psychic power. Beware of forests that show no signs of living creatures within. You may have wandered into Hatterene's territory. This thing just like actively kills people, like on the regular. It's a little fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. Hello. Magma Man. My favorite SNES game, Magma Man X.
Flying Dragon Slash.
Take this.
If I find a moth Pokemon, can I name? Yes, please. Please do, actually. I would love that. I love when people name characters after me, because I love hearing about like the stuff that I get up to.
Rage and flame.
Also, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of feelings about Hypno that are all in different places.
Come, try again.
Itor? Really? It's close enough, I guess. That's how a British person would say my name. Has a single Luxray, interesting. I don't know if I would use Luxray, so I don't know, that doesn't feel very fitting. I remember when I did my, like, if I was gonna make a team of Pokemon, like, none of them were bug or fairy type, which I thought was kind of funny. Even though those are definitely very good types. I mean, one of them's bug-esque, I guess. But it's Dragon Ground, so it's not bug type. Flygon's pretty fucking sick, though. Lava throw. That was a rock. That was not lava. You did not throw lava at me. Ow. Stop.
Oh, wind, blow 'em away.
Meow. Tinkaton has solidified fairy as my favorite type. I've seen a lot of people that really like Tinkaton. Which is fair. I respect it. The phrase "come try again" has the exact same amount of syllables as "come guardian." Your Pokemon of all time is Floette. Interesting. I don't know that one. Yellow flower. Is it a fairy type? Oh, why did I close Bulbapedia? This has been the talk about Pokemon stuff stream. I feel like I should just leave that open. Floette. There it is. Oh, hello. Oh, it is fairy type. Nice. I like it. It's interesting that it's a pure fairy because I would have just assumed it was grass also. Yeah. Oh, hello. Lost Soul.
Flying dragon slap.
Are we the last living souls?
Flame burn 'em.
People will go for flamethrower and it does normal fire. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Playing
Pretty easy.
with expectations like that can be kind of fun, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like it only does something your first time. So, yeah. But I guess it's kind of interesting. It's not really something you can use in your advantage though, because the NPCs just kind of like know what type of Pokemon is, and their AI sort of acts based around that. So, why did you do a fire attack, Vina? Excuse me. That's some good grass type moves. Now I can get the ability to terrelastalize into the grass. Oh, yeah, that thing, yeah. Also, I talked about the terrelastalize, okay. The Beyblade thing. I also watched a video about some dude who like cheated in Pokemon stuff. Or like he was using, like people were testing their teams out during a tournament, and he had like a bot that like would jump in and like save people's teams, so he knew what teams people were gonna do. It's kind of interesting. Ton of competitive people cheat. I believe it. I mean, that's just true of any competitive thing. By the fact you can just kind of catch all the Pokemon you want. That's fair. I don't do that when I play. Yeah, that's kind of fair. You got a good point, I think. It's kind of one of those things where, like, you gotta, like, you don't crack down on it quick enough. You do kind of get that sort of player base.
This'll teach you.
Yeah, I usually catch, like, 15 Pokemon across my playthroughs.
Heaven and earth.
And that's kind of why I like Nuzlocke. I never really, like, I already basically play with the rule of, like, the first 6 Pokemon I catch are probably going to be the 6 Pokemon I use the whole game. Unless there's, like, specific Pokemon I'm trying to get.
Take this.
Because some of those early Pokemon kind of aren't very good. Hiya! That's your teams. Yeah. That's fair. So it's only weird because I don't know who I want to train. That's fair. But your instance hasn't seen the light of day since Sun and Moon. Yeah. I saw a thing earlier about like Animal Crossing. Oh shit, another raid. Hey Don, what's up? Hope we don't die fighting these guys. Welcome, welcome. Hello, let me shout you out. Don, what are you doing? I don't remember actually. Oh, 14, nice. How did your raids go? I assume you were raiding. Or something of that sort. We're talking about Pokemon. That's like the hot topic today, even though I haven't even played it. It's just the thing. What was I saying? Couldn't do it. I see.
Take
You're
this.
going to die. I said something about Nuzlocke. We're going to have, yeah.
Bomb and blast.
Boom. Oh yeah, that thing. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I remember. I saw a TikTok earlier about Animal Crossing, and it was like some chick was talking to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, he was basically talking about how, like, because you know, there's like, when it comes to villagers, like some people will like actively like try to force certain villagers to move out, which is true. I see it, but like I always felt bad. Like I always would just kind of like accept who I got, even if I didn't really like them. I should have healed. I'm going to turn off Go Wild so I can heal. Items. Health weed. Got the least health, Justin. I don't know. I just kind of get like, I feel bad. I can't do it. I just kind of like, I feel like even if I don't like them initially, I usually like come to kind of get attached to them after a minute. But like, I definitely know people who like do that for sure. Very like will actively harass them and do everything. The thing in the meme channel related to that, I will check that. Heal yourself. I don't know. I can't do it. I just feel bad. But like the chick was like, she was basically saying it's a beauty contest, and she was like surprised. She was genuinely surprised by her boyfriend saying that he like doesn't do that and he gets attached, and also she like felt actually bad in the moment that he like brought it up, because he was like, don't you feel bad? Like, don't you get attached to them? Animal Crossing players are like, I hate Bill Wibley. He's a bastard and I want him off my island. He killed my family and burnt my crops. And then I look up Bill Wibley or whatever and he looks like, yeah, just like some dude. That is how it is though. They're fucking wild. It's actually scary. It's the same with Sims. I don't trust people. I can't trust people who like playing The Sims, because I know the shit that they're up to in that game. Early games, the villagers were mean. I believe it, but honestly, you know what? Clearly, we deserved it. The Sims sucks. I agree, Moose. I think The Sims is a really boring, uninteresting game. And I don't know why it popped off. Also, especially because, like, I know the third game was super buggy. And they still... And I also played Sims 4. I owned Sims 4, and I thought it was super boring and interesting. I don't know. That's my take. I think Sims is really... I don't know why anyone plays The Sims. That's my take, I guess. Supposed to do other than take care of a dumb person. That is kind of all it is. It's like, because like there's like the joke of like, there is the thing that people totally for real do, of like trapping them in the like, trapping them and killing them. But like they totally will just like, they'll just kill themselves on their own. I've seen people playing The Sims and like they just fucking like, they'll start a fire and then just like not put it out. And then just stuff, I don't know, they can't take care of themselves. A holistic life. I'm gonna assume you played very nicely then. Most people I know have many stories about all the terrible things they did to their Sims. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, let's check statuses. Okay, we need to swap you to axe. We need to swap you to mace. Got stories of... Yeah, that's fair. I guess I've also heard about RimWorld, so... I never liked simulation games. It's very nice of you, Sharky. Most people were not nearly that nice to their Sims. I don't know. I get very quickly bored with those simulation type games. Oh wait, does that
This'll teach you.
that doesn't work on these guys very well, does it? Also, I gave her the fire staff. Why did I do that? It's a terrible idea. Whatever, it works. She just throws Puffy half the time anyway. Dude winds up and tosses Puffy for attacks and healing. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's not as good as Alouette's backhanding people in Black Pusell, but it's pretty funny.
Blow 'em away.
What is that noise? You hear that? House slash.
Here goes. Prepare to die.
Why is that noise just playing for... What is that? Backhand had the drastic drop off, and it did, and it sucked later on, honestly, but like... Stop playing that sound effect. Thank you. I actually got worried it was just gonna do that forever. Discard one of those fucking things. Fire rod. No, not that. The other one. Oh wait, yeah. No, rain staff, that's it. Oh, the rain staff does water. What am I talking about? How did it make you feel? What, that sound playing over and over, or Alouette's backhand? Because the backhand made me laugh super hard the first time I saw it. That sound did not make me feel nice. It made me worried that it was just going to keep going permanently for the rest of this session. There's a clip. I deleted a bunch of old clips because I decided to start doing that since I collect them anyway, and I post them in like comps at the end of the year now. But I think that clip is still up. Also, part of why I did it is because like sometimes when you raid people, they have the thing set up so that it like plays a clip, and if you have a bunch of clips that you never deleted, some of them are going to be clips that like were accidentally taken, and it's just you sitting there doing nothing and not being funny. So, oh, there's the dragon. That I would not have expected the fire dragon to be purple. Don't only keep the good ones. Yeah. Always funny. That's so true, Sharky. All of your clips are perfect. So I only kept the I've only kept clips from the past like 5-6 months. Probably. Should I just let them go? Should I just let them do their thing? I'm gonna let them do their thing. You can go. I think you. I assume you can just go check like what clips or I have. I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know. Ow. 27 damage. Oh no. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Mobile clips make every failed edit an individual clip. Yeah. Mobile Twitch is dumb. They're doing fine on their own. I don't need it. They don't need my help.
Oh, wind, blow 'em away.
Yeah. My So, but any clips that are deleted will be in the end of the year clip compilation thingy. So it's fine. Yeah, 10 times damage to the dragon if the dragon just self-dealt. Yeah. I mentioned this last stream, Grandia stream. I think it was last one, because I think that was when somebody raided and asked if they or they didn't raid, what am I talking about? They showed up and asked if they should play the game. And I said this game is super easy, and I don't have to even play it. And they just do it themselves. So it kind of feels like, and when I do play, I feel like I do even, when I do play, I feel like I just decimate the bosses in like 10 seconds.
Big win for us.
I feel like it's almost, I feel like it's borderline almost more interesting to let them do it themselves because they'll fuck up and do dumb things. So it's a very easy game. Which is very surprising because I always considered JRPGs to be, we did get bodied by, there's like, it's definitely one, it has had like a couple, I feel like, I remember the, no wait, was that, I feel like that fight was like somewhat challenging. I could be remembering wrong. Maybe I am, I don't know. But it's, I always consider JRPGs to be that, the type of, the type of genre where like it's very sweaty and it expects you to be like stupidly good at it. So it's interesting that how easy this game is and how like casual it is in that regard. What's glittering?
These are the same things we saw at Typhoon Tower.
What's up with her with Fina's googly eyes?
What's happening?
Volcano has come back to life. It'll start erupting right away.
Yikes, but this is the crater here. If it erupts, we'll all be sacrificed. And he has got, yeah. More like sacrificed.
No time for word games. If we don't get out quickly, we'll all be toast. Oh, fuck.
We talked about it earlier and I looked it up and then I just decided to put it on screen for funsies. Run away. Slowly run away from the fuck. Exploding volcano. V-slash.
A wind, blow 'em away. Not bad, eh?
Don't touch me. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boop. Shoo-ba-doo-bow-ba-da-bow-ba-da-bow-wow. Shoo-wop-dee-doo. Look, the volcano's erupting. We're still on the volcano. Hey Bear, what's up? Nice glizzy.
Nice glizzy, bro. Does the volcano come to life again? We'd better hurry to the base. Let's go, Justin.
Yes, everyone run.
Nice. Everyone go check out Bear's glizzy farm.
Next time on Dragon Ball, fuck it, we ball.
Eek, it's a ghost, stay away. You're supposed to be eaten by the fire dragon. Why, brave couple, why? You're bad, please don't haunt us. Souls of the brave couple, don't lay a finger on my girlfriend. I, stoic and dangerous Mudua, will put you away with one blow from my right hand. Try me, bitch. Blow this, pants grab. Actually, Puffy ate the dragon. I believe that, honestly.
Look, We just returned here after barely defeating the...
Okay, Justin, let's not kid ourselves. That thing got bodied.
You really are something. So happy that you were unscathed by the sacrifice. Hey, Liana, run and tell the chief the good news. There'll be a festival tonight.
I don't want to go alone. Come with me. Oh my god, get a fucking room. Ah, gross.
Oh, brother.
Tell me about it. Come on, Justin, don't be angry. Let's go too.
Auspicious, auspicious. Never has it been this auspicious. Sha-la-la, death to the fire dragon. Lulu, may gumbo be forever warm. A sacrifice is not necessary. From now until forever, we can celebrate the festival. Ah, this is great. To Justin and Fina, who slew the dragon, and to Gadwin and Sue. These two...
I'm not reading that. I'm not finishing that sentence.
Now then, please don't hurry. Eat more and drink more.
Yeah. Yeah. Couples. You know. The adult man and the 8-year-old over there. It's not weird.
No, we've already had enough. We're so full.
No more. My stomach's full and I'm tired. Have you fallen asleep, Puffy? Anime, for sure not weird. Totally, yeah. Gadwin's little face from under the mask. Yeah, it's good. Looks like a Kirby character. Nothing weird would happen in anime. Cuts to Makima, who's definitely a trustworthy and nice person. Cuts to Himeno, who is also definitely a trustworthy and nice person and who's definitely not weird in any regard, and it's not upsetting that the fucking fan base just views her as like a hot lady.
I too have a full belly. I'm going back to the lodgings ahead of you.
That reads like the fucking... That reads like text that you would see on like DeviantArt inflation porn. Is that like a long frog guy in the back? That's a cutout. I wish it was an actual frog guy. But it's just like a cutout, yeah. They like frogs. There's a lot of frog architecture here. There's also some snakes. Horsing? What? Nay. Are you not here for horsing? I guess not. I don't know what I don't think I know what horsing. Oh no, I know it. Is this a thing I can look up, or is this like a thing you're gonna have to explain to me later? Horsing. That's just gonna pull up horses. That's not gonna help. Add an emote that was Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's hilarious. They also didn't know. That's actually impressive. How did it get that far? Who told you? Did one of the mods just be like, hey, by the way, please send it to me. I need to see this. Hold on. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Okay, hello. Voice meter just shut itself off for some reason. That was weird. Anyway, I'm back. I don't know how long it was gone for. Oh, that thing. I do remember that. I didn't know I didn't know you added that. Here, if anyone wants to see the emote. Anyway, hey, I'm back. I don't know what I don't know what I didn't say, or what you didn't hear me say. Anyway, I guess we'll just continue on now, because I don't remember what I said either. What? Gadwin Sue will soon be gone? Wait, what? She's a funny fat horse. Definitely nothing weird about it. It's definitely not inflation porn. What? No, that's silly. You're crazy. Being a drunk? Well, I apparently... Yeah, I probably would have kept it, I'm not gonna lie. I would have thought it was funny. I missed something, because apparently they're about to make out in front of everyone. What, really? Oh, okay, she made it up. It's a lie, Justin, a lie! Did you think it was true? Say, it's gotten a little hotter. The best one is pee-pee? What about pee-pees? Are we peeing? I need a PNG. Are links okay? Yeah, everyone's allowed to post links. Links are allowed. If I like all of you. I don't think there's anyone here that I don't know. Better TTV. Oh, that one. Yeah. I didn't know it was just called PP. Web P. Ha 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 ha. It's gotten a little hotter. Should we go outside and cool down? Hey Justin, why don't we go find a secluded spot outside? Wink. Probably doesn't matter if we're here. Justin, you were making eyes at me just now. Game, chill the fuck out. Holy shit. Links are allowed, but no Zelda. Yeah, agreed. No women in my chat room.
What are you saying? Do you want to go or stay?
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Justin. Well, let's go, Justin. Girls have cootie. Agreed, honestly. Kind of cringe. The evening breeze feels so good. Fucking me, reading Chainsaw Man. Like, Denji, please stop interacting with women. It's done nothing good for you. Shake my head, SMH my head. Just don't have cooties. Easy peasy. So true. Get your cootie shot. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I've got my cootie shot. Vomit kit. Oh, that's the you don't even know. That's the baby stuff. It's just like a haha gross moment. Wait till you just are actually crying. I thought it was funny. Is that in the right corner? So there's a creepypasta called NES, the NES Godzilla creepypasta, and this is the monster in it, and I call it Red. It's our pet for the day because we talked about it earlier, and I decided to put it in the corner of the screen. Its name is Red? Oh, I didn't. You want to give him a kiss? Honestly, same. Yeah, just look up NES Godzilla Red, I guess. If I remember right, it is the main character's like dead girlfriend or something. I don't remember exactly. It's been probably like 6 years since I read that. Yeah, it gets really weird and really convoluted. Like most creepypastas. I was actually talking about that. How like my favorite creepypasta is a thing called Psychosis, which I recommend reading, but I don't recommend reading the very ending. Oh, they actually made a game? Or are you talking about just like the original actual NES Godzilla? The OG. Oh, okay, I've never played it. I've seen it, but I hadn't played it. But anyway, my Psychosis is really fucking good, and it should end at the part. So basically, I'll just sum up Psychosis. You can mute A for like 2 minutes if you want to read it yourself. So basically, the main character, like, over the course thinks that like some weird alien force is like trying to get him, and it's like replacing people in the real world, and that it can like basically like it basically is trying to trick him to get into his room. And at first he's like, nah, that's crazy, I've just been cooped up too long. But like over the course of the story, he's like more and more convinced, and he starts going like fucking nuts, and he like won't let anyone into his room, and his like best friend's over and knocking on the door and shit. And like it should end there when the best friend is like knocking on the door, and he's like writing his thing down, and he's like, I can't remember if he says he's gonna open it or if he's just like they're gonna get in, like it's only a matter of time. Anyway, it should end there because it's like a really cool moment, and then it cuts to like him in a fucking like padded cell, and then one of the doctors is like, haha, we are aliens, we tricked him, we got him, we were aliens the whole time, and the whole suspense of whether or not he was going nuts or not is completely taken away, ha ha ha. It's so stupid. It's such a bad ending, but like everything before that's so good. They look like people. I've never heard of that. Pranked, yeah, basically. I might, you know what, I'm gonna read Psychosis except the ending at the end of this stream, just for you guys, because I just think it's really good, except that part. It's great psychological horror. Interesting. I've never heard of it, but I'll try to remember that. I don't watch a lot of movies though, so no promises. Now everybody is a couple in this village. I feel embarrassed just looking around. Look, they're everywhere. That's fair. I don't remember the last movie I saw. The actual full Pokédex could probably be its own group. That's true. That's true. I love that Hatterene just fucking like beats people to death if they feel strong emotions. That's amazing.
Oh, brave couple, thanks to you, Gumbo is full of happiness.
We owe it to you, thank you very much. I didn't think that I would ever be walking together with Donda. 30-mile range of death, yeah. Wonderful, you're a happy couple.
You're also a marvelous couple, right, Nina?
Yes, a well-matched couple. You're right, Donda.
Now tell me, Donda, is there anywhere nearby that is cool? Let's see, try going to the pier of the isolated islet. It'll be cool and you can relax.
Okay. I can't go there. How do I get to the pier? This way?
Talk about peer pressure.
Yeah. I'm so lost. Frogs, lots of frogs. Here's the pier.
Oh my god, we're at Makeout Point. Oh, they're all over the place. Everybody a couple here?
Do they have like a perfect 50-50 male to female ratio? Kind of impressive, actually. I'm not gonna lie. We shouldn't bother them, Justin. Let's go to the islet. Oh, hey, Nuff. What's up? How you doing? I assume Nuff came in with the raid and has been lurking. Where's the islet? Islet. How do I get to the islet? Is it over? Frog! That frog had lipstick on. Mwah. I don't know where I'm going. This area is actually these tile thingies. Thick kissable lips. So true. This area kind of suddenly reminds me of the hotel area from Mario Sunshine, where they got the annoying manta ray level. I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Nuffy Wuffy? Ooh. Where's the islet? Nuffy Wuffy done drank a bit? Hell yeah. I thought about drinking on stream tonight, but I decided not to. That wasn't supposed to come through my headphones. Not supposed to. Because I'm pretty sure when it's set to do that, it like doubles up and plays twice for you guys. Anyway. How do I get to the islands? I'm lost. Dazed and confused. I hope your drinky winky is going good though. Wait, never mind. That sounds bad. I didn't mean to call it that. Ignore that I said that. Where'd I go? What the fuck? I feel like I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Where's the islet? Where? Hello? You know, do rada nata, do rada nata, baby, super scowl. Hello? 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 Hello, hello? Hope you're a furry, because you're about to see a lot of, I don't know. I'm trying to do the phone guy from FNAF. I've never... Is that a TTV emote, or is that just like a regular emote? Seems really specific. Where the fuck do I go? Help! Help! I know if I look up a walkthrough, it's just gonna say go to the islet, and that doesn't help me at all. Should be a normal emote? Oh, okay. I guess it's just Twitch being weird. Lizzie! Somebody draw me a map? Okay, I'm gonna do the patented Ito how to go through a maze method. Follow the right wall. Actually, you should follow the left wall, because usually right is where all the secret extra stuff is, but we're gonna follow the right wall because I'm already doing that. I feel like I've proven multiple times on stream that the left is always the correct way to go. Almost always, at least. And game designers really like to put the extra content on the right path and the required content on the left because of weird human brain things. I don't know. It's just true. It just works. I don't know why it works, but it's a thing. Psychology. Somebody told me that it worked, and I tested it and it worked. Someone also told me that I saw a TikTok that was like, if you tell yourself you're not a fish when you have hiccups, you won't have hiccups anymore because it's something from when we were fish. And I was like, that's silly, but I'm gonna do it, and it worked. It's worked every time I've tried it. I get one hiccup and I go, I'm not a fish, I'm not a fish, I'm not a fish, and I don't hiccup again. I feel like it's got to be a weird placebo thing, but the fact that it works at all is scary and hilarious. Okay, I literally just went everywhere. Probably because I'm just a fish. Still love the Shimeji simulation. Only ever had one. That's fair. I had hiccups on and off for like days once. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what to do. I don't know where the thing is. I found it. I fucking found it. Finally. That was way too difficult. Just as Donda said, this is a quiet place. The smell of the sea breeze at night is wonderful, isn't it, Justin?
What? Maybe so. It feels like noon to me.
Alrighty, Justin. Let's try going over there. Sound of the night waves is so wonderful. We could take this raft to other worlds. Oh my god. It's all, every time, it always comes back to Kingdom Hearts.
What? Wait a minute, Fina.
Look, Justin, it's just as if the starry sky descended. Just like two people floating up in the sky.
Truly.
If only I could be Donald Duck. That you'd kill yourself if you try that. Well, Zeta players would kill Donald, to be fair, but I don't know. Be careful, Moose. Don't make me have to time travel to save you guys and meet my other selves.
It is an adventure, Justin. Sometime I would like to go up and face that star. Let's go together sometime to that most distance.
This is Kingdom Hearts. What the fuck? What? The two of us together to that star? Justin, you said something nice. You just said something nice. Do you know what it is?
Well, of course. It's only fitting for an adventure.
Oh, Justin, don't you ever stop thinking about adventure?
Hey, if we do this, we'll look like a real couple. Isn't that a laugh?
If we sit next to each other like this, people might think we're a couple. That's so funny. Unless... This could be us, but you playing. Of course, we look like a couple. Our relation goes back to plunder and marriage in New Parm.
What? But that was because of that sniveling Pakon.
It's just a joke, just a joke. But Justin, I think it's been great going out on adventures with you, honest. She said the words going out with you, but there were other words in between. My dog. Ever since I met you, adventure and trouble have been continuous. Even in this village, we're still wrapped up in confusion.
Vina, that doesn't sound much like a compliment.
You can resolve these things just by taking it all on. You have that kind of wonderful strength. Heart.
Whoa! Vina, perhaps it's looking ahead, but Vina, about myself.
Shh. Quiet. It was good just like this. Seems like you and I are the only ones in the whole world. Me and who?
What's that?
Oh, what is that?
Spirits, they're here too! Just like we saw them at Typhoon Tower in the volcano.
Justin, look! Oh shit. Fucking fireflies. Now it's Homestuck. How pretty. I always forget how long Justin's hair is. Someone somewhere is prepping a spirit bomb. It's fine, it doesn't work on good guys. Can't escape Homestuck? Nope. The spirits were dancing in the gorgeous starry sky. There was something about it. Even now it feels like a dream. Don't you think so, Justin?
Yes, now that you mention it, but Fina and I certainly saw them. That was no dream.
Last night was truly beautiful. I'll never forget it. When I felt full yesterday, I suddenly got sleepy, so I went right to bed. Oh, that was delicious. But I really wanted to see pretty spirits floating in the night sky.
It's too bad, Sue. Next time it happens, I'll wake you up.
But the spirits are so strange. You never saw them farm, did you, Justin?
Normally, you seldom encounter the spirits. That the two of you saw so many is extraordinary. I think that the spirits favor Justin. Don't you feel that in your heart?
Yes, I've been able to see the spirits ever since we crossed the wall and came here.
The spirits appeared to Justin last night and at Typhoon Tower. Now then, these are more appearances than I've ever heard of before. I think that they must have something in mind for Justin.
The spirits are those soft flickering lights, aren't they? How could they intend anything?
The spirits are more than that. I don't know, but you go to the place called Alent, you'll find out.
What happened while we're gone? Puffy fought a shark for like 3 hours. It's actually what we're eating right now.
Hell yes. Now then, last night after we parted, Donda and his friend came to the guest house. As thanks for saving Gumbo, he said he was making preparations so he can leave by boat at any time.
Great luck. Now we can finally go to the Twin Towers. I thought that we would meet up with Liette when we crossed the barrier. Somehow we went the long way around.
That's because originally Justin was bad at everything. Have you reflected on that?
I understand. Well, that's okay. It means we've had that many more adventures.
I would like to save the game. And I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna read you guys a bedtime story. Nice, we got a lot done tonight. We beat 2 bosses tonight. That's a lot, honestly. All right. All right, let's see. What song? Thank you, Sharky. Thank you for the raid. You and Dawn both. What song do I play today? Which ones do I have? I have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That one's long, but I guess it would give me more time. I don't have a lot of songs. Like, set to. Oh wait, you know what? I do have some songs. If I go here, we'll do this one. All right. Gonna go pee, and then I'll be back, and we're gonna read Psychosis for funsies, and then yeah. BRB.
score.
Okay. Hello, hello. I'm back. No, that is not the sound of me pissing. Damn, boy, you making fried chicken in there? Alright, we're gonna read. I'm gonna read you guys Psychosis. Did I have a good piss? It was alright. I mean, it was pretty average, I'd say. Alright, here we go. Get comfy, everybody. Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I'm not sure why I'm writing this down on paper and not my computer. I guess I've just noticed some odd things. It's not that I don't trust the computer, I just need to organize my thoughts. Need to get down all the details somewhere objective. Somewhere I know that what I write can't be deleted or changed. Not that that's happening. It's just that everything blurs together here and the fog of memory lends a strange cast to things. Starting to feel cramped in this small apartment. Maybe that's the problem. I just had to go and choose the cheapest apartment, the only one in the basement. The lack of windows down here makes day and night seem to slip by seamlessly. I haven't been out in a few days because I've been working on the programming project so intensively. I suppose I just wanted to get it done. Hours of sitting and staring at a monitor can make anyone feel strange, I know, but I don't think that's it. I'm not sure when I first started to feel like something was odd. I can't even define what it is. Maybe I just haven't talked to anyone in a while. First thing that crept up on me, everyone I normally talk to online while I program has been idle. Or they've simply not logged on at all. My instant messages go unanswered. The last email I got from anybody was a friend saying he talked to me when he got back from the store, and that was yesterday. I'd call with my cell phone, but reception's terrible down here. Yeah, that's it. I just need to call somebody. I'm gonna go outside. Well, that didn't work so well. As the tingle of fear fades, I'm feeling a little ridiculous for being scared at all. I looked in the mirror before I went out, but I didn't shave the 2-day stubble I've grown. Figured I was just going out for a quick cell phone call. I did change my shirt though, because it was lunchtime, and I guessed that I'd run into at least one person I knew. That didn't end up happening. I wish it did. When I went out, I opened the door to my small apartment slowly. A small feeling of apprehension had somehow already lodged itself in me. For some undefinable reason. I chalked it up to having not spoken to anyone but myself for a day or two. Peered down the dingy gray hallway, made dingier by the fact that it was a basement hallway. On one end, a large metal door led to the building's furnace room. It was locked, of course. 2 dreary soda machines stood by it. Bought a soda from one the first day I moved in, but it had a 2-year-old expiration date. Fairly sure nobody knows those machines are even down here, or my chief landlady just doesn't care to get them restocked. Closed my door softly and walked the other direction, taking care not to make a sound. I have no idea why I chose to do that, but it was fun giving in to the strange impulses not to break the droning hum of the soda machines, at least for the moment. Got to the stairwell and took the stairs up to the building's front door. Looked through the heavy door's small square window and received quite the shock. It was definitely not lunchtime. City gloom hung over the dark street outside, and the traffic lights at the intersection in the distance blinked yellow. Dim clouds, purple and black from the glow of the city, hung overhead. Nothing moved, save for a few sidewalk trees that shifted in the wind. I remember shivering, though it wasn't cold. Maybe it was the wind outside. Could vaguely hear it through the heavy metal door, and I knew it was that unique kind of late-night wind. The kind that was constant, cold, and quiet, save for the rhythmic music it had as it passed through the countless unseen tree leaves. Decided not to go outside. Instead, I lifted my cell phone to the door's little window, checked the signal meter. Bars filled up the meter, and I smiled. Time to hear someone else's voice, I remember thinking, relieved. It was such a strange thing to be afraid of nothing. I shook my head, laughing at myself silently. I hit speed dial for my best friend Amy's number, held the phone up to my ear. It rang once, but then it stopped. Nothing happened. I listened to silence for a good 20 seconds, then hung up. I frowned and looked at the signal meter again. Still full. I went to dial her number again, but then my phone rang in my hand, startling me. I put it up to my ear. "Hello?" I asked, immediately fighting down a small shock at hearing the first spoken voice in days, even if it was my own. I'd gotten used to the droning hum of the building's inner workings, my computer and the soda machines in the hallway. There was no response to my greeting at first, but then finally a voice came. "Hey," said a clear male voice, obviously of college age like me. "Who's this?" "John," I replied, confused. "Oh, sorry, wrong number," he replied, then hung up. I lowered the phone slowly and leaned against the thick brick wall of the stairwell. That was strange. I looked at my received calls list, but the number was unfamiliar. Before I could think on it further, the phone rang loudly, shocking me again. This time, I looked at the caller before I answered. It was another unfamiliar number. This time, I held the number up to my ear, but said nothing. I heard nothing but the general background noise of a phone. Then a familiar voice broke my attention. "John?" was the single word, in Amy's voice. I breathed a sigh of relief. "Hey, it's you," I replied. "Who else could it be?" she responded. "Oh, the number. I'm at a party on 7th Street and my phone died just as you called me. This is someone else's phone, obviously." "Oh, okay," I said. "Where are you?" she asked. My eyes glanced over the drab whitewashed cylinder block walls and the heavy metal door with its small window. "At my building," I sighed. Just feeling cooped up. I didn't realize it was so late. "You should come here," she said, laughing. "Nah, I don't feel like looking for some strange place by myself in the middle of the night," I said, looking out the window at the silent, windy street that secretly scared me just a tiny bit. "I think I'm just gonna keep working or go to bed." "Nonsense," she replied. "I can come get you. Your building is close to 7th Street, right?" "How drunk are you?" I asked lightheartedly. "You know where I live." "Oh, of course," she said abruptly. "I guess I can't get there by walking, huh?" "Could if you wanted to waste half an hour," I told her. "Right," she said. "Okay, I have to go. Good luck with your work." I lowered the phone once more, looking at the numbers flash as the call ended. Then the droning silence suddenly reasserted itself in my ears. The two strange calls on the eerie street outside just drove home my aloneness in this empty stairwell. Perhaps from having seen too many scary movies, I had this sudden, inexplicable idea that something could look in the door's window and see me. Some sort of horrible entity that hovered at the edge of aloneness, just waiting to creep up on unsuspecting people that strayed too far from other human beings. I knew the fear was irrational, but nobody else was around, so I jumped down the stairs, ran down the hallway into my room, and closed the door as swiftly as I could while staying silent. Like I said, I feel a little ridiculous for being scared of nothing, but the fear has already faded. Writing this down helps a lot. Makes me realize that nothing is wrong. It filters out half-formed thoughts and fears and leaves only cold, hard facts. It's late. I got a call from a wrong number and Amy's phone died. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Thank you. Anyway, where was I? It's late. I got a call from a wrong number and Amy's phone died, so she called me back from another number. Nothing strange happening. Still, there was something a little off about that conversation. I know it could have just been the alcohol she'd had, or was it even her that seemed off to me, or was it... Yes, that was it. I didn't realize it until this moment, writing these things down. I knew writing things down would help. She said she was at a party, but I only heard silence in the background. Of course, that doesn't mean anything in particular. She could have just gone outside to make the call. That couldn't be it either. I didn't hear the wind. I need to see if the wind's still blowing. Monday. Forgot to finish writing last night. I'm not sure what I expected to see when I ran up the stairwell and looked out the heavy metal door's window. Feeling ridiculous. Last night's fear seems hazy and unreasonable to me now. I can't wait to go out into the sunlight. I'm gonna check my email, shave, shower, and finally get out of here. Wait, I think I heard something. It was thunder. That whole sunlight and fresh air thing didn't happen. Went out into the stairwell and up the stairs only to find disappointment. heavy metal door's little window showed only flowing water as torrential rain slammed against it. Only a very dim, gloomy light filtered in through the rain, but at least I knew it was daytime, even if it was a gray, sickly, wet day. I tried looking out the window and waiting for lightning to illuminate the gloom, but the rain was too heavy and I couldn't make out anything more than vague, weird shapes moving at odd angles in the waves washing down the window. Disappointed, I turned around, but I didn't want to go back to my room. Instead, I wandered further up the stairs, past the first floor and the second. Stairs ended at the third floor, the highest floor in the building. I looked through the glass that ran up the outer wall of the stairwell, but it was that warped, thick kind that scatters the light. Not that there was much to see through the rain to begin with. I opened the stairwell door and wandered down the hallway. The 10 or so thick wooden doors, painted a blue a long time ago, were all closed. I listened as I walked, but it was the middle of the day, so I wasn't surprised that I heard nothing but the rain outside. As I stood there in the dim hallway, listening to the rain, I had this strange, fleeting impression that the doors were standing like silent granite monoliths. Two in one day. Goddamn. Popular tonight. Where was I? As I stood there in the dim hallway listening to the rain, I had the strange fleeting impression that the doors were standing like silent granite monoliths, erected by some ancient forgotten civilization for some unfathomable guardian purpose. Lightning flash, and I could have sworn that for just a moment the old grainy blue wood looked just like rough stone. Hope they're not like scam colors where if they see you squish one, maybe. I hope not. We'll see. I laughed at myself for letting my imagination get the best of me, but then it occurred to me that the dim gloom and lightning must mean there was a window somewhere in the hallway. Big memory surfaced, and I suddenly recalled that the third floor had an alcove and an inset window halfway down the floor's hallway. Excited to look out onto the rain and possibly see another human being, I quickly walked over to the alcove, finding the large, thin glass window. Rain washed down it, as with the front door's window, but I could open this one. I reached a hand out to slide it open, but hesitated. I had the strangest feeling that if I opened that window, I would see something absolutely horrifying on the other side. Everything's been so odd lately, so I came up with a plan. I came back here to get what I needed. I don't seriously think anything will come of it, but I'm bored, it's raining, and I'm going stir crazy. Came back to my webcam. The cord isn't long enough to reach the third floor by any means, so instead I'm going to hide it between the two soda machines in the dark end of my basement hallway, run the wire along the wall and under my door, put black duct tape over the wire to blend in with the black plastic strip that runs along the base of the hallway's walls. I know this is silly, but I don't have anything better to do. Well, nothing happened. I propped open the hallway to stairwell door, steeled myself, then flung the heavy front door wide open and ran like hell down the stairs to my room and slammed the door. Watched my webcam on my computer intently, seeing the hallway outside my door and most of the stairwell. I'm watching it right now and I don't see anything interesting. I just wish the camera's position was different so I could see out the front door. Hey, somebody's online. I got on an older, less functional webcam that I had in my closet to video chat with my friend online. Couldn't really explain to him why I wanted a video chat, but it felt good to see another person's face. We didn't talk very long, and we didn't really talk about anything meaningful, but I feel much better. My strange fear is almost past. I'd feel completely better, but there was something odd about our conversation. I know that I've said that everything has seemed odd, but still, he was very vague in his responses. I can't recall one specific thing he said. No particular name, or place, or event. He did ask for my email address to keep in touch. Oh wait, I just got an email. I'm about to go out. I just got an email from Amy that asked me to meet her for dinner at the place we usually go to. I do love pizza, and I've just been eating random food in my poorly stocked fridge for days, so I can't wait. Again, I feel ridiculous about the odd couple of days I've been having. I should destroy this journal when I get back. Oh, another email. Oh my god. I almost left the email and opened the door. I almost opened the door, but I read the email first. It was from a friend. I hadn't heard from them in a long time. And it was sent to a huge number of emails that must have been every person he had saved in his address list. It had no subject and it said simply, Sean, or, sorry, seen with your own eyes, don't trust them, they. What the hell is that supposed to mean? The words shock me, and I keep going over and over them. Is it a desperate email sent just as something happened? The words are obviously cut off without finishing. On any other day, I would have dismissed this as spam from a computer virus or something, but the words, seen with your own eyes. I can't help but read over the journal and think back on the last few days and realize that I've not seen another person with my own eyes or talked to another person face to face. The webcam conversation with my friend was so strange, so vague, so eerie now that I think about it. Was it eerie? Or is the fear clouding my memory? My mind toys with the progression of events I've written here, pointing out that I haven't been present in with one single fact that I didn't specifically give out unsuspectingly. A random wrong number that got my name, and a subsequent strange return call from Amy, the friend that asked for my email address. I messaged him first when I saw him online, and then I got my first email a few minutes after that conversation. Oh my god. That phone call with Amy, I said over the phone, I said that I was within half an hour's walk of 7th Street. They know I'm near there. What if they're trying to find me? Where is everyone else? Why haven't I seen or heard anyone else in days? No, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I need to calm down. This madness needs to end. I don't know what to think. I ran about my apartment furiously, holding my cell phone up to every corner to see if I could get a signal through the heavy walls. Finally, in the tiny bathroom near one ceiling corner, I got a single bar. Holding my phone there, I sent a text message to every number in my list. Not wanting to betray anything about my unfounded fears, I simply sent, "You seen anyone face to face lately?" At that point, I just wanted any reply back. I didn't care what the reply was or if I embarrassed myself. I tried to call someone a few times, but I couldn't get my head up high enough. If I brought my cell phone down even an inch, it lost signal. And I remembered the computer and rushed over to it, instant messaging everyone online. Most were idle or away from the computer. Nobody responded. My messages grew more frantic, and I started telling people where I was and to stop by in person for a host of barely passable reasons. I didn't care about anything at that point. I just needed to see another person. I also tore apart my apartment looking for something that I might have missed, some way to contact another human being without opening the door. I know it's crazy, I know it's unfounded, but what if? Just need to be sure. I taped the phone to the ceiling in case. Yeah, I like this a lot. Tuesday. Phone rang. Exhausted from last night's rampage, I must have fallen asleep. I woke up to the phone ringing and ran into the bathroom, stood on the toilet, and I flipped open the phone taped to my ceiling. It was Amy. I feel so much better. She was really worried about me and apparently had been trying to contact me since the last time I talked to her. She's coming over now, and yes, she knows where I am without me telling her. I feel so embarrassed. Definitely throwing this journal away before anyone sees it. I don't even know why I'm writing in it now. Maybe it's just because it's the only communication I've had at all since God knows when. I look like hell too. Looked in the mirror before I came back in here. My eyes are sunken, my stubble is thicker, and I just look generally unhealthy. My apartment's trash, but I'm not going to clean that up. I think I need someone else to see what I've been through. These past few days have not been normal. I'm not one to imagine things. I know I've been the victim of extreme probability. I probably missed seeing another person a dozen times. I just happened to go out when it was late at night or in the middle of the day when everyone was gone. Everything's perfectly fine. I know this now. Plus, I found something in the closet last night that's helped me tremendously. Of television. Set it up just before I wrote this, and it's on in the background. TV has always been an escape for me, and it reminds me that there's a world beyond these dingy brick walls. Glad Amy's the only one that responded to me after last night's frantic pestering of everyone I could contact. She's been my best friend for years. She doesn't know it, but I count the day that I met her among one of the few moments of true happiness in my life. I remember that warm summer day fondly. It seems a different reality from this dark, rainy, lonely place. I feel like I spent days sitting on that playground, much too old to play, just talking with her and hanging around doing nothing at all. Still feel like I can go back to that moment sometimes, and it reminds me that this damn place is not all that there is. Oh, finally, a knock at the door. I thought it was odd that I couldn't see her through the camera. I hid between the two soda machines. I figured that it was bad positioning, like when I couldn't see out the front door. I should have known. I should have known. After the knock, I yelled through the door chokingly that I had a camera between the soda machines. I was embarrassed myself that I'd taken this paranoia so far. After I did that, I saw her image walk over to the camera and look down at it. She smiled and waved. "Hey," she said to the camera brightly, giving a wry look. "It's weird, I know," I said into the mic attached to my computer. "I've had a weird few days." "Must have," she replied. "Open the door, John." I hesitated. How could I be sure? "Hey, humor me a second here," I told her through the mic. "Tell me one thing about us. Just prove to me you're you." Gave the camera a weird look. Alright," she said, slowly thinking. "We met randomly at a playground when we were both way too old to be there?" I sighed deeply as reality returned and fear faded. God, I'd been so ridiculous. Of course it was Amy. That day wasn't anywhere in the world except in my memory. I never even mentioned it to anyone, not out of embarrassment, but out of a strange secret nostalgia and a longing for those days to return. There was some unknown force at work trying to trick me as I feared. There was no way they could know about that day. Alright, I'll explain everything, I told her. Be right there. I ran to my small bathroom and fixed my hair as best I could. I looked like hell, but she would understand, snickering at my own unbelievable behavior and the mess I'd made of the place. I walked to the door, put my hand on the doorknob and gave the mess one last look. So ridiculous, I thought. My eyes traced over the half-eaten food lying on the ground, the overflowing trash bin, and the bed I tipped to the side looking for God knows what. I almost turned to the door and opened it, but my eyes fell on one last thing. The old webcam. The one I used for that eerily vacant chat with my friend. Its silent black sphere lay haphazardly tossed to the side. Its lens pointed at the table where this journal lay. An overwhelming terror took me as I realized that if something could see through that camera, it would have seen what I just wrote about that day. I asked her for any one thing about us, and she chose the only thing in the world that I thought they or it did not know. But it did know. It could have been watching me the whole time. I didn't open the door. I screamed in uncontrollable terror. I stomped on the old webcam on the floor. The door shook and the doorknob tried to turn, but I didn't hear Amy's voice through the door. Was the basement door made to keep out drafts too thick, or was Amy not outside? What could have been trying to get in if not her? What the hell was out there? I saw her on my computer through the camera outside. I heard her on the speakers through the camera outside, but was it real? How can I know? She's gone now. I screamed and shouted for help. I piled up everything in my apartment against the front door. Friday. At least I think it's Friday. I broke everything electronic. I smashed my computer to pieces. Every single thing on there could have been accessed by network access, or worse, altered. I'm a programmer, I know. Every little piece of information I gave out since it started, my name, my email, my location, none of it came back from outside until I gave it out. I've been going over and over what I wrote. I've been pacing back and forth, alternating between stark terror and overpowering disbelief. Sometimes I'm absolutely certain some phantom entity is dead set on the simple goal of getting me to go outside. Back to the beginning with my phone call from Amy. She was effectively asking me to open the door and go outside. Keep running through it in my head. One point of view says I've acted like a madman, and all of this is the extreme convergence of probability. Never going outside at the right times by pure luck. Never seeing another person by pure chance. Getting a random nonsense email from some computer virus at just the right time. The other point of view says that extreme convergence of probability is the reason that whatever's out there hasn't gotten me already. Keep thinking, I never opened the door, or I never opened the window on the third floor. I never opened the front door until that incredibly stupid stunt with the hidden camera, after which I ran straight to my room and slammed the door. I haven't opened my own solid door since I flung open the front door of the building. Whatever's out there, if anything's out there, never made an appearance in the building before I opened the front door. Maybe the reason it wasn't in the building already was that it was elsewhere getting everyone else, and then it waited until I betrayed my existence by trying to call Amy, a call which didn't work until it called me and asked me my name. Terror literally overwhelms me every time I try to fit the pieces of this nightmare together. That email, short, cut off? Was it from someone trying to get word out? Some friendly voice desperately trying to warn me before it came? Seen with my own eyes. Don't trust them. Exactly what I've been so suspicious of. Could have been masterful control of all things electronic. Practicing its insidious deception to trick me into coming outside. Why can't it get in? It knocked on the door. It must have some solid presence. Door. The image of those doors in the upper hallways, guardian monoliths, flashes back in my mind every time I trace this path of thoughts. There's some phantom entity trying to get me to go outside. Maybe it can't get through doors. Keep thinking back over all the books I've read or movies I've seen, trying to generate some explanation for this. Doors have always been such intense foci of human imagination, always seen as wards or portals of special importance. Or perhaps the door is just too thick. I know that I couldn't bash through any of the doors in this building, let alone the heavy basement ones. Aside from that, the real question is, why does it even want me? If it just wanted to kill me, it could do it in a number of ways, including just waiting until I starve to death. What if it doesn't want to kill me? What if it has some far more horrific fate in store for me? God, what can I do to escape this nightmare? Another knock at the door. I told the people on the other side of the door I need a minute to think and I'll come out. I'm really just writing this down so I can figure out what to do. At least this time I heard their voices. My paranoia, and yes, I recognize I'm being paranoid, has me thinking of all sorts of ways that their voices could be faked electronically. It could be nothing but speakers outside simulating human voices. Did it really take them 3 days to come talk to me? Amy's supposedly out there, along with 2 policemen and a psychiatrist. Maybe it took them 3 days to think of what to say to me. The psychiatrist's claim could be pretty convincing. I decided to think this has all been a crazy misunderstanding and not some entity trying to trick me into opening the door. The psychiatrist had an older voice, authoritarian but still caring. I liked it. I'm desperate just to see someone with my own eyes. He said I have something called cyberpsychosis, and I'm just one of a nationwide epidemic of thousands of people having breakdowns triggered by a suggestive email that got through somehow. I swear he said got through somehow. I think he means spread throughout the country inexplicably, but I'm incredibly suspicious that the entity slipped up and revealed something. He said I'm part of a wave of emergent behavior, that a lot of other people are having the same problem with the same fears, even though we've never communicated. That neatly explains a strange email about eyes that I got. I didn't get the original triggering email. I got a descendant of it. My friend could have broken down too and tried to warn everyone he knew against his paranoid fears. That's how the problem spreads, the psychiatrist claims. I could have spread it too, with my texts and instant messages online to everybody I know. One of those people might be melting down right now after being triggered by something I sent them. Something they might interpret any way that they want. Something like a text saying, "Seen anyone face to face lately?" The psychiatrist told me that he didn't want to lose another one. That people like me are intelligent, and that's our downfall. We draw connections so well that we draw them even when they shouldn't be there. He said it's easy to get caught up in paranoia in our fast-paced world. Constantly changing place where more and more of our interaction is simulated. I have to give him one thing. It's a great explanation. It neatly explains everything. It perfectly explains everything, in fact. I have every reason to shake off this nightmarish fear that something or consciousness or being out there wants me to open the door so it can capture me for some horrible fate worse than death. It'd be foolish, after hearing that explanation, to stay in here until I starve to death just to spite the entity that might have got everyone else. It'd be foolish to think that, after hearing that explanation, I might be one of the last people left alive on an empty world, hiding in my secure basement room, spiting some unthinkable deceptive entity just by refusing to be captured. It's a perfect explanation for every single strange thing I've seen or heard, and I have every reason in the world to let all of my fears go and open the door. That's exactly why I'm not going to. How can I be sure? How can I know what's real and what's deception? All of these damn things with their wires and their signals that originate from some unseen origin, they're not real. I can't be sure. Signals through a camera, faked video, deceptive phone calls, emails, even the television lying broken on the floor. How can I possibly know what's real? It's just signals, waves, lights. The door. It's bashing on the door. It's trying to get in. What insane mechanical contrivance could it be using to simulate the sound of men attacking the heavy wood so well? At least I'll finally get to see it with my own eyes. There's nothing left in here for it to deceive me with. I've ripped apart everything else. It can't deceive my eyes, can it? Seen with your own eyes, don't trust them. Wait. Was that desperate message telling me to trust my eyes or warning me about my eyes too? Oh my god, what's the difference between a camera and my eyes? They both turn light into electrical signals. They're the same. I can't be deceased. I have to be sure. I have to be sure. And that's where I'm gonna stop, because I'm not gonna read the ending because it sucks. And I think that's a perfect way to end the story. So yeah, that was all the cool parts of Psychosis. Very good story. To that point, I love it because I have a very overactive imagination, and I've totally had days where I felt really cooped up, and I would like take things that people said and be like, I'd start like finding weird patterns in them that didn't exist. So it's like very weirdly relatable for me, and I'm sure at least some of you have had that. Where there's just been like one too many coincidences in one day, and you're like, holy shit, am I onto something? And then you realize, no, you're not. Just fucking, you need to go touch grass. But man, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, same, Don, same. What do you mean normal people don't have another them in their head? Fucking weirdos. Anyway. Yep, that's Psychosis by, what's it? Matt Demirsky? I'll type it in chat. I don't know if he's written anything else, actually. 50% of people don't have dialogues. Fucking freaks. Fucking weirdos. Fuck those people. Get them out of here. I don't want anything to do with them. I'm reluctant to read anything else by this guy. I'm not gonna lie, just because I hate there's like 5 paragraphs after where I stopped, and it ruins the entire story, and I feel like he's gonna do the same thing. But according to this, he's only got 2 other stories, so maybe I will. They both came out in 2020. Okay, you know what? I might read these in my own time, and if one of them's good, I'll read it to you guys. Anyway, that was fun. That was a good stream. Thanks for hanging out. Yippee. I love getting stuck in my own brain and going fucking cuckoo crazy because I don't touch enough grass. That's just a real thing that happens to me all the time. Yay. Aphantasia. Isn't that specifically for like images though? I thought. I could be wrong.
Score.
That's the no voice and images. Oh, okay, so it's both. I see. Now I'm on the opposite side. Like I've probably mentioned this. I have Anadiralia. Silent Mind. Honoralia. Okay. It's way better where you cut it off. Oh, did you like go check out the ending or something? It sucks. It's so stupid. You can check it out if you want. Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty good at being, because I'm really big on death of the author. It's pretty easy for me to go, this thing that the author said or did, nah, don't care. I'm just gonna keep pretending that it's the way I interpreted it. Fuck you. I'm pretty good at that. So like I can still love the story despite the last bit. And so if you can do that, I think you may as well check it out just to see. But if you can't do that, don't. It's bad. Anyway, what was I saying? I forget. Yeah. But up to that point, it's one of my favorite stories I've ever read. Very cool, because it's very relatable. Reality can be whatever I want. Exactly. But yeah, I get such vivid daydreams that they start to like supersede what I'm actually seeing. Not to the point of like what I feel like like a movie or something would depict it as if I couldn't see real life and was only seeing my daydreams. Like my daydream is still in my head, but it's so vivid that my brain starts reacting to things in the daydream, even though that I'm like visually seeing real life around me. So I'll like throw my hand up because there's like something in my daydream that like would warrant that sort of reaction. Stuff like that. I've had to train myself to not like do weird things in public, because when I was a kid it was definitely way worse. Anyway, I'm gonna look around at it while streaming. Look through my browse thingy. Yeah. Let's see. I recognize you. Too many viewers. Stop having a bunch of people watching you. Cringe, honestly. I'm gonna switch the category back, because when we raid, they're gonna be like, we're just chatting. What were we just chatting about? Nothing. I was just chatting for like 30 minutes. Somebody's playing like a dragon. Someone's got their feet in the camera. We're not rating them. That's fair. There's not a lot of people doing very interesting things, I won't lie. People aren't very good at playing fun and cool games on Twitch. Like me, I'm so cool, I'm so epic, I play good games. I'm better. Me! Everyone's doing that Pokemon, yeah. Gross. Definitely not rating any Genshin. So much Pokemon. I too built different 136. So true, bestie. You're just a naked man. Why are you on my For You? Or not my For You, I guess my recommended. Also, I typed in VTuber, so you really shouldn't even be here. But you have a VTuber tag, so I guess you're just one of those. Naked? Not sexy naked. Balls. I'm gonna F5 and try again. We're just gonna start over. We're gonna sit here forever. Oh, you're playing Art of Wilds. That's actually a good game. I think Joaquin will get mad at me if I rage. Even though I don't think V's ever actually gonna play it. You're not streaming for me to raid. Yeah. I kind of have that. I'll end streams and I'll be like, why are none of my fucking friends streaming? Fuck. It's the worst part about when I actually like go for these longer streams at night. That's fair. Start streaming right now. Gross Genshin. Ew, what is that model? I don't like that. I know, I'm just fucking with you. Okay, maybe we'll just read Rain Blue. They're drawing Makima, so that's something. But the name of the stream is Arf Arf Arf, so I feel like they're like drawing Makima in a I just think Makima's hot kind of way. I have opinions on that. Makima is hot, but there's two types of people that think Makima's hot. So, you know, I'm on the correct side. I accept what Makima is, and I know what she is, and I hate her, but also she's hot. And then you have the apologists. Makima did nothing wrong. Except she did everything wrong. Are they really your waifu if you don't accept all and acknowledge and love them for all the terrible things they've done, all the war crimes they've committed? I don't think so. I think you're just a coward. Somebody used an Arya emote. Wait, I feel like I know that person. Maybe, maybe not. Only if it's Sephiroth. Sephiroth. I accept everything Sephiroth has done. I accept him for all of the shitty things he's done. I love him for it. He's a piece of shit. He's a walking red flag. Would I let him stab me? Yes. What do I look like? A bitch? Hojo can die though. Yeah, no one likes Hojo. Is that muted? It's muted. Okay, I'm will raid Rain anyway. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. This was a pretty long stream by my standards. Met Hojo fans, you actually did. That's actually unforgivable. Actually disgusting. Actually, get out. Actually banned. Uninvited for my birthday party. I guess that's fair. It is a genre, but I feel like he's, I don't know. I guess I'm just not, I guess I'm not a Mad Scientist fan. I agree, there are better Mad Scientists out there. Boop, 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 boop. He wasn't mad, he was, he wanted a dog thing and Aerith to get nasty, is what he was. So basically that dude from Fire Punch. Anyway. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna be streaming. Yeah, Nasty Scientist. There you go. Did he raise his eyebrow? Was he like, was it like, I don't remember that. Was he doing like a made his son part alien? That's true. Anyway, I'm gonna play Kirby Star Allies. Was it Wednesday? And more of this, more Grandia Friday, and then we're gonna start my like bajillionth playthrough of Majora's Mask Sunday, because V paid for it with channel points. And yeah, have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you guys, and I'll see you in the next stream. Mwah.